Last Three Rows of Horror podcast. Mike here with
Big Sal
and
Sam Samino.
we are back. It's August 2024. We are back. And today we're going to be talking about what we've been watching lately. This summer has been filled with a lot of good horror films, a little bit of everything. So we're going to talk about a few titles. Before we begin, thank you all for listening and streaming and watching us and downloading and subscribing to us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, Spotify. We got an email. We want to hear from you. Sam, what's the email?
LastRowsOfHorror@gmail.com, just like it's spelled out down there.
Let's jump right into this, folks. We've got a long list here, and real quick, we've got some new gear, new lights, and a couple new toys. So enjoy the production. Thank you, Sam.
Thanks, Sam.
Yeah.
So let's jump right into it. What's the first one on the list, Sam?
We got Bad Boys, Ride or Die.
No.
Yes.
No.
Loved it.
Hey.
Loved it.
Proud to say, I've never seen any of those pieces of shit. I am not a fan of either of these guys. I
these are
can't
good.
stomach any.
The
I can't
first and the
stomach these
second one-
actors at all.
First one is a classic for sure. The second one gets a little more outlandish. The third one sucked. Fourth one is not bad.
I liked all
I
of
thought
them.
it was pretty good, actually.
I
this
liked
one.
all of them.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Martin Lawrence fan, first of all. And Will Smith, I've always liked him. I don't like what he's about or his family because they think they're better than everybody else. They're like the Kardashians. They just think they're better than everybody else. That's the only thing I don't like about him. But I respect what Mike's saying because like one of the biggest movie makers, and I think he's one of the biggest pieces of shit, is your what's that guy's name I hate? Ryan Reynolds. I'm sorry, I can't stomach that fucker.
Agreed.
I actually hate him more than Corey, the other Corey I hate.
All right, you
Which
might
Corey
be
do I hate, Mikey?
Feldman?
Yeah, Feldman.
You would, dude. There's so many like hate videos about Feldman on YouTube.
Did
like,
you see
It seems
him?
like he's the only one not in on the joke that he's terrible
Yeah,
at.
did
no,
you-
no,
he-
he's full of himself.
Where-
Like,
who told him he could sing?
who told him he could play guitar?
Oh.
Yeah, there was one where he's doing a ripping guitar solo, but it's like,
Yeah, it sounds like
and he
complete
thinks he's
shit.
fucking shredding, but it,
Mike, I
He's
laughed
got
so hard.
his hair blowing in the wind.
Like Michael Jackson, he still does the Michael Jackson dance.
Yeah, you think
he
so.
still dresses his hair like Michael Jackson. And what I laughed so hard because I immediately flipped to it. Except there's just one where it read, "Watch Corey Feldman forget his words to his song." I laughed so hard. I laughed so fucking hard at that. Good, you dumb little fuck.
Well, I know, like he'll do the song "Cry Little Sister" from Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, dude, okay,
Yeah.
you didn't sing that song when you were in the film. Why are you singing it now?
yeah.
You know. Just,
Why is he
I
singing-
just want to see the guy play the saxophone and go, "I still believe."
Why is
You
he?
know?
That's Tim Campanello.
Yeah.
Why is he fucking singing to begin with?
How do we get on Corey Feldman? Talk about
I have
Bad
no
Boys.
idea. I have no
don't
idea.
know.
That's
it
all
was my
Sal.
fault. I'll take the responsibility.
But yeah, so the tagline, this one is this summer, the world's favorite bad boys are back with their iconic mix of edge-of-your-seat action and outrageous comedy. But this time with a twist, Miami's finest are now on the run. They're fugitives.
I'm sorry. I love these dudes.
Joey Pants.
Boys, if you're seeing this, I'm probably dead.
Whoever gave the order to kill me is in the department.
Ralph Cifaretto from The Sopranos.
You should be careful. Your people.
Yeah, so Will Smith has like a son now
Yeah.
that's like a criminal.
He always was.
He's in Guantanamo Bay. Yeah, he's part of the cartel or some shit.
Well, the guy that his mom wanted to kill Will Smith.
Yeah.
It's just us. No
I can't think of her name, but she's beautiful.
That was a pretty cool scene in the air, in
Yeah.
the helicopter though, or
Yes.
the airplane when they're going down.
Everybody relax.
Oh my god, DJ Khaled is in this. He is
Oh,
the worst fucking
shit.
actor
I can't
ever.
stand that
What
fucker.
a giant piece of shit.
You know who I'm talking about? The guy in the
big
alley
guy?
right there?
Yeah, the big guy. Yeah. And he's made so many commercials with so much money.
Nothing he says is like
Cartel.
makes any sense.
No.
He can't even form a sentence.
Gang in the city. The bounty is dead or
Stupid.
alive.
This does have a really, it's funny, like the opening scene when
Yeah.
like Marcus is like about to throw up. He goes into the store to get some ginger ale.
And then that place gets robbed.
Yeah, the place ends up getting robbed, but he's like getting a hot dog and some Skittles and shit.
And what did Will Smith say?
He's like,
Don't get any food. Get in and get out. There's Reggie. Love Reggie.
He said, "Oh, I know that ain't some Skittles on the table."
I need nasty Mike. Oh, city bang bang, motherfucker.
And the alligator, I knew the part with the alligator was coming
Yeah.
at the end here.
Yeah.
I rebuke you. See, Mike, that's how you command the universe.
But that would have torn his fucking arm off for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
How many pounds of pressure did Jaws have in a gator? I'm sorry, Mike. I'm a fan. I'm sorry.
You couldn't pay me.
I
to
give
watch
this a 7
these.
out of 10 just for Reggie alone.
Yeah.
Like it's a callback
Yeah.
from the second Bad Boys.
He was in the first one.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah.
That was the second one. Reggie?
I'm sorry. You're right.
Yeah.
Because the daughter would have been.
He's the guy who like comes to the door. You never
Yeah.
seen it, but this guy,
Yeah.
yeah. It's but in this, he's like they kind of punk him out in the second one, but
you
in
look
this
like
one,
you're 34.
yeah, and in this one, he's like, old. He's in the Marines and shit like that.
They
He
have a
kills
kid.
like 15 people.
They have a kid.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's funny.
Reggie's eating all his snacks at the beginning, and then Reggie
Yeah.
kills like 30 people, and he's like, "My snacks are your snacks, Reggie."
What are you
Wait
here
a
for?
minute.
I'm here to take
Did
your daughter on a date.
Michael Bay direct these?
He didn't direct this one. This one was directed by Adil El Arbari and Bilal Falal.
Sure.
Falal?
Okay.
I'm sorry, Mike. I love them. I love these movies.
Yeah, these weren't bad, but I'd give it,
Not
like
for
I said,
me.
a 7 out of 10. This had
Yeah.
some good action sequences in it. It was a decent story.
I thought they all had great action.
They're all like shot
Great
really good.
action.
Yeah. Like I
Loved
said, it
it.
was real funny, especially at the end with Reggie when they show
Yeah.
him, and he's like, "I'm gonna let that motherfucker cook
All
chicken."
right, all right, let me ask you something, Mike. I'm more interested in action than I am the script. How are you? Are you both or one or the other? I love a lot of action. If there's a lot of action in a movie, I don't care who's in it.
If there's action, I don't want any fucking comedy at all. Separate the two.
There's a bunch of awesome shit from like the 80s and Beverly Hills Cop.
Yes, there are. But
Mike.
if I want serious action, something like First Blood, there ain't no fucking comedy in First Blood.
No.
Okay. I want the.
I mean, it was
serious
pretty funny
action.
the way he
I
kills
get
all
you,
those people.
I get you. I'm sorry. I've always been a Martin
And
Lawrence fan.
I can't stomach
Always.
either of these two. I can't. I've never watched their fucking TV shows
Yeah.
or his fucking stand up or his goddamn. You want to call that music? Like his family is fucking disgusting. This is why other countries hate America because of pieces of shit like him. All right, I want nothing to do with this series.
The
at
only
all.
thing I don't like of Martin Lawrence is his stand up. I don't think he's funny in his stand up. But as far as his series and his movies, fucking hilarious. Fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I love Martin.
Yeah.
Love Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Why not?
Can't get into it.
Yeah.
Can't get into it.
That's all right. You have your opinion.
What's next?
So one that you said you were into, human vampire seeking consenting suicidal person.
Okay. Now, comedy is appropriate in the right setting. A foreign vampire comedy. This was great.
This
Mike,
is French Canadian, right?
Mike, that
Yeah.
title has more letters in it than Schwarzenegger.
You should try reading it in French.
Dude.
That's a real emo title right there.
Yes. There's definitely like some emo feels in this one for sure.
If I cut my hair, Hawaii will sink.
Shout out to my auntie. She told me about this. She's very hip. She's really into independent films.
all right, what's the dealio, Mike?
Especially at the Siskel Center in downtown Chicago where this was showing. She told me about this one. Years ago, she took me and my mother to go see Let the Right One In at the what's the theater in Downers Grove? The begins with the letter T.
Trivoli?
Yeah, Tivoli.
Tivoli.
So we went to go to the Tivoli to go see Let the Right One In, and I loved it. No comedy in that film, but there's plenty in this one. And when my aunt picks a good horror film, she's usually right. This one was awesome. Not too much comedy.
So it's
Some
subtitle,
humor.
Mikey?
Some humor.
It's all subtitles?
Yes, the movie's in French.
Yeah, so this is about, it says, Sasha is a young vampire with a serious problem. She's too sensitive to kill. When her exasperated parents cut off her blood supply, Sasha's life is in jeopardy. Luckily, she meets Paul, a lonely teenager with suicidal tendencies, who is willing to give his life to save hers. But their friendly agreement soon becomes a nocturnal quest to fulfill Paul's last wishes before day breaks.
I'm going to watch it just for that bat scene.
There's some good humor in this. And it kind of reminds me of Let the Right One In, how she's like overprotective of the human. She takes
I didn't get to this one, but
she takes him on as like a buddy. And he's got bullies, and she helps him with the bullies.
She's lonely. He's a lonely human.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of like a dorky guy?
Yes.
C'est la première fois que je veux vraiment quelque chose.
Je pensais que les humains avaient vraiment peur.
Yeah, he suffers from depression and I think, well, maybe a possible suicide attempt.
Okay.
Arrête de sourire.
Je souris pas.
She's cute.
Yeah, this one was cool.
She's not hot, but she's cute. But Mikey,
She reminds me of Rooney Mara. Is that the one?
But Mike,
Mara
if you
sister?
think about it, Lon Chaney Jr. when he played Wolfman, he didn't want to kill. The same thing in the remake of the Wolfman. How do you say his name? God damn it! He's
Cursed.
Yeah.
Benicio del Toro.
Benicio del Toro. He didn't want to kill.
Lon Chaney was pissed off and like, what is it, Frankenstein versus the Wolfman or something when they bring him back. He's like, God damn it, what the fuck did you do?
Next one.
So next up, we got The Exorcism with Russell Crowe.
Boy,
God.
oh boy, oh boy. I
Russell
really
Crowe.
wanted to like this.
I love Russell Crowe, except in this. I wanted to beat the shit out of him.
I really wanted to like this, but it just...
This was filmed between November and December of 2019, but it was released after, just recently, within the last month or so. It was June 21st this was released.
Well, it was better than the other one he did.
Oh, man. So the working title for this one was The Georgetown Project, based on the events of The Exorcist. Yeah. So I don't know if you knew this. This is written and directed by Joshua John Miller, his first directorial effort, but he's the writer of Final Girls.
Okay.
He was also the kid actor in Near Dark and River's Edge.
Oh, this dude.
What it is?
Yeah,
Josh Miller. Yeah. Okay.
That little asshole kid.
Oh, he was a creepy kid.
Yeah,
Man.
he is. When
He tried to shoot his brother and shit.
Yeah.
when he played in Class of
movie.
1999, the second half of Class of 1984, he's horrible, horrible. He was in that Jean-Claude Van Damme
Death
movie,
Warrant.
Death Warrant. Oh,
But you know what?
He's
I didn't
horrible.
know this also. He's actually the son of Jason Miller, the actor
yeah,
who played
yeah.
Father Damien
Is that
Karras
right?
in The Exorcist.
So is he brothers with Jason Patrick?
Is that his? Maybe they're like half brothers or something. I didn't
Jason
look that up.
Patrick's father is...
Jason Patrick.
Jason
Speed,
Miller.
Jason.
Oh,
I
shit.
mean, Speed 2. Jason Patrick.
Yes.
No, you better shut
His
the front
father
door.
is Jason,
I didn't know that.
his father is Jason. What? Jason Miller? No, the
Really?
priest.
Okay, yeah, Jason Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow,
Jason-
look at that. We're learning things.
See, you learn something every day watching our podcast, folks.
That's crazy. So
We
yeah,
are
this
full of useless knowledge.
So maybe The Exorcism might be a little bit like biographical, watching his father do this. I don't know. It's just it's kind of based on the same thing.
I don't see the tie-in with.
Well,
the-
definitely not.
the
Maybe not the
Exorcist.
possession, but maybe that his father was crazy while he was shooting this or whatever. I don't know. That's what this whole movie's about. Kind of like the making of the remake of The Exorcist.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the movie I'm talking about. Yeah.
I don't know.
So yeah, basically this is about a troubled actor, Russell Crowe, who begins to exhibit a disruptive behavior while shooting a horror film. Like we said, that's the Exorcist reboot that they're trying to do. Mrs. Strange's daughter wonders if he's slipping back into his past addictions. He's like a drug addict and like a drunk, or if there's something more sinister at play. Like he also seems to kind of have like dementia or something going on here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it turns out he's just possessed by a demon.
Demon.
So what's with this?
I believe in this one it's I put it down here. It's the demon Moloch.
Moloch.
Yeah. He's associated with the sacrifice of children in the Holy Bible.
When they were making movies like
What a
The
beautiful
Omen,
book, the Bible.
Exorcist.
Don't start, Sammy. I'm sorry. This movie was horrible.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It's cursed.
But what he says to his daughter when he's possessed is kind of funny, though.
Yeah, there's some funny parts there. I also like Adam Goldberg. He's good in there. He plays like the director in this movie.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
He pushes him.
Yeah.
He pushes him because he knows he can be good.
You want to see something funny? Adam Goldberg and the Hebrew Hammer.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Yeah. The
But,
Hebrew Hammer.
but Mike, the daughter, I thought she was very good in this.
She's cute.
Ryan Simpkins?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's her
I
name?
thought she was very, very believable in this. She did a great job.
She's been in some good stuff. She was in The House with Will Ferrell. There was some other stuff she was in that was pretty decent.
Father, what do I do?
So okay,
David
but
Hyde Pierce from
he's-
Frasier.
He's possessed because he was in an exorcism film.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really understand like
Yeah.
why he was getting possessed.
But he was heavy into drugs and drinking.
This one's kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't really understand why he was possessed in the first place.
And see, this is what kills me. Everybody in the film doesn't think this is fucked up.
I know you're afraid. Me too.
That was pretty cool when he was smashing his face on the table, though.
Yeah.
I like
It's all right
that.
to be afraid.
Yeah. But yeah, even the ending of this movie, a little bit confusing.
Yeah,
I wasn't
very
sure what the
confusing.
fuck was going on here.
Yeah, because then he took the devil in him. Come on.
Why was this shelved for 5 years?
Because it fucking sucks. That's why.
I guess so. Yeah.
So I gave this one a 4 out of 10. I thought I'm just done with possession movies, kind of, to be
Crow
honest with you.
recently was on a Joe Rogan podcast. Interesting interview. They talked about like his whole career.
They say he's an asshole.
I've heard that.
No.
He gets into fights and shit, or he used to.
He's just like Australian. I
Fights
think.
around the world.
He's rowdy. There was a funny thing I saw about him though, where they were talking about like, you know,
Worked his band once at House of Blues.
oh really?
5 nights his
Wait,
band played.
He's got a band?
30 odd foot of grunts.
You better stop it.
Dude, he needs to stick to acting.
That bad, huh?
His band.
What do they play, Mikey?
Like jazzy, bluesy, soul music. But
First of all, who the fuck's idea was it him, or was it they gave him a role of an Italian priest in the other one he made?
oh yeah.
The Pope's Exorcist.
That was.
He's riding
bad.
around on a Lamborghini Vespa.
I mean, I'm half Italian, but that fucking pissed me off, dude. That was the worst fucking Italian
That was a
accent
bad
I ever
one.
heard.
Yeah, I didn't like that one at all.
It was a bad one.
But one thing I do appreciate about him though, and they were asking him, they were like, "You used to like gain weight and like lose weight for roles. Like, how come you haven't like lost weight for roles in a while?" And he's like, "Listen, I'm done with that bullshit." He's like, "I'm only taking roles where I'm a fat priest or I'm a fucking lunatic." You know, he's like, "I'm done getting in shape, dude."
The only thing I really loved him in was, what was the boxing movie?
Romper Stomper.
When he was a boxer.
It was Robert Stomper,
That was,
but it was
Romper Stomper was he's the leader of the Skinheads.
Yeah.
Oh, brutal movie.
Yeah.
I told you about that movie, Sammy.
Oh man, I know the one
Cinderella
you're
Man.
talking about.
Cinderella
but-
Man.
Yeah,
The Cinderella Man. I love the Cinderella Man.
It was a good one.
He was great in it. But when he was the skinhead,
Yeah, that one was crazy.
dude, he did a good job on that.
Beautiful Mind, he was good in too.
I never seen
That's
that.
powerful,
I
yeah.
never seen that.
It's
But
Inside Man's okay. So I didn't even bother watching the sequel's trailer to Gladiator. I have no
there was
interest.
a sequel to it?
There's a sequel to Gladiator coming
Stop
out.
it.
Guess who's in it?
Who?
Yeah.
Denzel. Yeah.
Denzel Washington?
Yeah.
But you know what they do? The trailer looks so fucking bad. It has like hip hop music in it and shit.
Stop it.
He ain't kidding.
It does look bad. Yeah,
you
it looks.
kidding.
I think it's like Kanye West or something like that. All these trailers have fucking stupid music in it now.
Come on.
That's why I didn't watch that new Elvis film with Austin Butler, because there was like hip hop beats
Yeah.
in the film. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is this shit?
So one that I thought was actually really good was The Devil's Baths. Did you guys see this one?
I glanced it over. What's the dealio, Sammy?
This
'Cause I
comes out
didn't-
of Austria, Germany. This was released June 21st in the United States. Stars Andrea Plastig, Maria Hofstadter. It was written and directed by Severin Fiala and Veronica Franz, who did like Goodnight Mommy and The
yeah.
Lodge.
Okay.
Thought those were great movies.
Yeah, I like The Lodge. Lodge
Yeah.
is pretty good.
So this is based on the historical research of Kathy Stewart, who reconstructed the practice of suicide by proxy, a novel crime that was common in the 17th and 18th centuries in German-speaking Central Europe and Scandinavia. Suicidal people often feared eternal damnation that direct suicide entailed, so they found a detour. They committed a capital crime and then immediately turned themselves into authorities and demanded their execution. The perpetrators hoped that after repentance, confession, Eucharist, and religiously framed public execution, they would achieve salvation. So it was like another way to commit suicide, basically.
Yeah.
So this crime was predominantly committed by women, and the character of Agnes is based largely on the historical perpetrator Eva Lisleferen. I don't know. It's hard to say German or Austrian names.
Lisleferen.
Yeah, she was an Upper Austrian peasant.
That's a very disturbing poster. I love it.
This is a pretty disturbing movie, actually. So like we said, yeah, this takes place in Austria, the 18th century. It begins with a woman kidnapping a baby, throwing it off a waterfall, turning herself in, being absolved of her sins, condemned to die, and being dismembered. It's pretty fucked up. This is a pretty bleak movie here. But then cuts to like this woman named Agnes, who begins married life with her new husband, who's definitely gay. They show him like he's hitting on all the men at the party, and the guys are like, "Get the fuck! What the fuck are you doing?" Like,
I mean, was the baby wrapped in a towel, Sammy? And she went.
yeah, I was wrapped in like a swaddle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, look at Mike shaking his head.
yeah. So her mind and her heart grow heavy as she sinks into a deep depression, feeling that she does not feel at home in her husband's world. In the forest near her house, she finds a shrine with this dismembered corpse from the beginning. Written pages telling of her tale. She tries then to commit suicide with rat poison, which is pretty gnarly for a while. Yeah, she even finds like one night, one of the townspeople who her husband had a gay crush on, he hangs himself, and the townsfolk like refuse to bury him, believing him to be like a murderer and not worthy of heaven. So they literally throw him like in the field to just decompose. It's pretty fucked up.
That's brutal.
It's a pretty brutal movie.
This looks good. I'm interested.
Yeah, but you know what though,
Yeah.
Mike? You know what though? You know what people forget? The audience, meaning the audience, that depression and everything, it's been around forever.
Of course. Hey, do you have this on Plex?
Yeah. This is like a really bleak movie. It's like people forget about that part of life was like hard as fuck. You had to wake up every morning, like, you know, hunt for your food, fish.
Yeah.
It was
And
backbreaking work.
And if you notice, like all of our houses were like almost like caves. There was no windows. It was all brick. You know, you had to fight the force of nature.
The Devil's Bad. This looks really fucking good.
Yeah, I thought this was great. I gave this an 8 out of a 10.
Is it deep, Sammy?
It is pretty deep, yeah. Great cinematography. Like certain
It looks like
shots
it. It
look
looks
like
like it.
old paintings pretty
Yeah.
much.
You know,
yeah.
I don't know why this comes to mind right now, but have you guys ever read the short story The Lottery?
Something
No, I
sounds
don't read
familiar
books.
about it.
So the lottery, I'm trying to picture how old I was when I read this. I was pretty young. Whoever wins the lottery is not a happy person because who wins the lottery gets killed. And it's like a small community. Someone has to like die every year to keep the community, like the numbers.
Oh
I
man,
hear
that's
that. I
that
did
movie
hear
we
that.
watched. Remember,
Yeah.
like the '50s one
Right.
with the Misfits
Yes.
mask.
Yes.
I forget the name of it.
But Mike, I'm sorry, you didn't see this?
No.
This looks like a movie though, Sammy. I agree with Mike. It looks very interesting, but I'm sure I'd have to be very patient.
There's a
with
couple
it.
of it's a little like arty, but there's a
Yeah.
couple moments that like remind me of like Hereditary. Like they find this woman, the shrine to this woman, and she's like,
Yeah.
her head is in a cage next to her body.
Yeah.
This looks like it would be folk horror, like witches.
100% folklore.
It-
Yeah.
like
Not
the-
witches. It's completely based in real life, but it's just like
I don't
it's pretty
agree,
brutal.
I don't
Okay.
agree with the Hereditary thing, but I do agree with that summer. What was that horror?
Oh, Midsummer.
Midsummer.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of that.
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's real fucked up. Like, and the poster that they're on too, they're like, she's got depression,
Yeah.
so they got to put a horsehair in her, and they're like, she's got to move it around all the time, unless to like release what these people thought were like demons causing her depression from her body.
Jeez, that's weird.
So yeah, they show that, and it's like getting infected.
That's
and
what I mean,
fucking
Mike,
nasty
because
and-
we didn't understand. You know, we didn't understand
Barbaric
what was going
medicine.
on.
Yeah. I really like The Devil's Bath. Go check that one out.
Damn, Sammy.
Yeah.
Some good foreign
Yeah,
films.
well, I think this is also on Shudder. You know, if you don't have,
Is it in German?
yeah, it's all subtitles. So
See, I don't have Shudder. Do you have Shudder, Mike?
I have in the past.
Yeah, it's not bad.
There's some great stuff on there.
Yeah, get it for Joe Bob Briggs.
Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah, John
Yeah.
loves it.
Yeah. So, what about A Quiet Place? Day one. Did you guys see this
Come
one?
on, Mike, you're a
didn't-
heathen.
Dude, it's not. It sucks. It's not as
I
good as
thought-
the other ones at all.
I totally agree with you.
Could they-
Totally agree with you.
I'm gonna sound like an asshole here. Could they get a more unattractive person than this Lupita Nyong'o?
Yeah, but you know what though, Mike? She did her job.
Yeah.
She made it so believable and so caring of a person. I thought she did a magnificent job. It was different. Do I want my girl back in it?
She's great in
Fuck
everything
yeah.
she's in, though. Like
But-
Us or.
But I seriously thought this was a very good movie.
You
Very
Stranger
good.
Things fans will maybe recognize Joseph Quinn here. He was on the last season. He played Eddie.
Oh, is that where he's from?
Yeah.
You know what? You seen it, right, Sammy?
Yeah.
I felt so sorry for him. I felt he was that guy, Mike, that when this all came about, he had no clue what to do or where to go.
Oh, no one did.
She did. She was tough. How about it, Sammy?
Yeah, it was not bad. Well, I didn't really. She was kind of tough.
She
but,
was a badass.
This one I think I kind of knocked out too.
So she's like a terminally ill cancer patient walking
Yeah.
around with this cat, and she's
Yeah.
just trying to get some pizza.
Yeah.
That's like the last thing she wants in life.
But that's where she came from, Mike, was the center of where everybody was sick.
Yeah.
The scenes were great.
I saw this bit of trivia that said that Lupita Nyong'o was afraid of cats.
Oh, she
so
was?
she had to like undergo cat therapy just to like do this whole shit. Yeah. She said she was terrified of cats.
Help each other.
You'd never know it.
That's acting. But I don't know. This one, like, I don't know. I feel like we've already kind of seen this before with, A Quiet Place and Part 2.
You know what? Yeah, but
I've never been a fan of those movies.
War of the Worlds.
see, I am. I am.
Really?
I'm a big fan of these movies.
I'm not a big fan of the actual aliens.
Well, I'm sorry.
I don't think they're
I
that cool.
love Emily Blunt.
Oh yeah, she's great.
I love Emily Blunt, man.
Yeah, they're too big and they move too fast. You can't even really see them. You never get a good look at them.
No, you do. You do in the first and the second one. You
But
do.
you kind of find out in this one that they don't like they can't hear you if you're around like a waterfall or
Yeah.
something like. I'm like, why don't a lot of people live by waterfalls then?
It's not their hearing; it's their sensing.
Sensing,
Yeah.
People, no more New York. I'm heard nothing.
See where waterfall or rain is constant, and us movement isn't. That's why. I thought it was great. I love this movie.
There was some good action sequences in it. Yeah.
Now, was it the greatest movie I've ever seen? No, but it was a great movie. It was really. I'm sorry. It was a really good movie.
I was just kind of bored with this one. I don't know.
My least favorite out of them all.
I could see that. I said it's a good movie, not a great movie, but I enjoyed it.
It was kind of cool that
I
this
was
guy was a
entertained.
little helpless, though. You know, like they
He was-
didn't have
Mikey-
the guy
Mikey,
be the man.
No matter what it was, he wasn't sure what to do, but he came out fucking cooler than hell. How about it, Sammy?
Excuse me, can you help me? Can you help me? I don't know how to get me.
But Mike, all she talked about through the whole movie is,
Pizza.
I just want a slice of pizza.
Had to be from that one place too.
I think from Pat's or Joe's, one of those.
Yeah.
I give this a 5 out of 10.
Oh, did
what would
ya?
What would you give it?
I would have given it probably a 7.
Yeah, 5.
All right.
5.
A high 6, maybe a 7.
All right.
But
Five or
I
six.
thought her acting was magnificent.
Yeah.
Magnificent. And so was his.
Yeah, she's a great actress. Like I
Yeah.
said, Lupita Nyong'o.
Yeah.
she's
She's
great.
very good.
I always
She's
like
very
her in
good.
everything I see her in.
Yeah.
What else has she been in besides For Us?
That's
There
the
was
only thing I know.
There was another horror movie I think that she was just in, wasn't she?
Us was brutal, man.
I
That
can't
was
remember.
so brutal.
I don't know.
Her eyes, when dude.
Yeah. So one that like really surprised me was Kinds of Kindness. Did you guys have you heard of this?
No.
This one was this is a long one. This is 2 hours and 45 minutes. It was this is starring Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, Meth Damon, Willem Dafoe, Margaret Qualley, Hao Chong, and Mathmadou Athi. We've talked about him in some things like Archive 41. He's been in like
Yeah,
the new
you got to get
Twilight
more
Zone.
into it before I.
So this is written and directed by Yorgos Lanthimos. You've done if you've seen like one
Okay.
of his movies, you know his style. Like
This guy makes weird fucking movies.
Yeah,
Lobster
Dogtooth.
was weird. Killing of a Sacred Deer was really weird.
I didn't see
I haven't
any of
seen The
these.
Favorite yet.
Poor Things was super weird.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen The Favorite yet, but I don't know. I thought this was probably my favorite film that I've seen of his.
I think I've seen Dogtooth.
What's the dealio, Sammy?
So with this one, Kinds of Kindness is a triptych fable, which means it's an anthology in 3 complete parts. It literally like there's a story, there's a credits, and then there's another story, credits, and then, So this follows the first story is follows a man without a choice who tries to take control of his own life. Basically like a guy with an overbearing boss, which is Willem Dafoe. There's a policeman who's alarmed that his wife, who was missing at sea, has returned and seems like a different person. That's a really like Twilight Zone type episode, I think. And then the third one is a woman in a cult determined to find a specific someone with a special ability who is this destined to become a prodigious spiritual leader. It's like she could raise the dead and shit like that. It's a weird fucking movie.
Okay.
Hard.
But yeah, it was just this is just a fun movie. Yeah,
I like Willem Dafoe, though, man.
it's definitely
Everything he does
Yeah.
is awesome.
Everybody's great. Again, Margot Qualley, Emma Smith, Jesse Plemons is amazing.
Yeah.
We didn't, obviously. Fuck.
Weird. That one's just like weird for the sake of weird.
The guy that I don't remember his name, Sammy. The guy with the mustache there was in Antlers,
Yeah,
and he was in
Jesse Plemons. That was.
Is that his name? The redheaded guy?
I don't think he was in Antlers.
Yeah, he was the cop. He was the
Oh, maybe
the,
it was.
the girl's brother, the
All right.
cop. And then he was in that Al Pacino movie. Oh God, where everybody can't find that guy. What the guy that they buried?
Hoffa.
What?
Yeah, Hoffa. He
Irish.
played Jimmy
Oh,
Hoffa's
yeah,
son.
yeah.
He played Jimmy Hoffa's son. You put a fish in the back seat? What made you put a fish in the back seat?
But Kinds of Kindness, I gave it 9 out of 10. I thought
Wow.
this was great cinematography and camera work. It has he has its own style, Yorgos Lanthimos.
Would you watch it, Mike? Your face looks no.
Man, I don't know. I'd have to be in a right mood. To
What if I
sit-
told you
sit
this?
around.
Emma Starr, Margot Qualley, and Hunter Schafer are all totally nude multiple times, full frontal.
Oh, they're naked?
Oh, yeah.
And voila, I'm back in.
It's great.
Mikey, they're naked.
He's like, well, you said 245? Okay.
Dude, nudity, Mike said it before, nudity always helps films.
Okay, down at the lower left-hand corner, is that a dick coming out of Willem Dafoe's head?
No, definitely not.
Is it a thumb?
Where are you looking at?
Lower right-hand corner.
Lower
Sorry,
right-hand corner.
lower left-hand corner.
I think it's a nose.
Where it's looking this way? It's a nose,
It looks
man.
like a fucking flaccid dick.
No, this is... Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying now. What is that thing? Is that somebody's thumb?
I don't know. I think it's a nose. What are you talking about? Over here?
Right there, right there.
That's a
That's a
thumb.
thumb.
Okay. I thought it was a dick. I thought it was a bloody dick.
It did look like a dick.
It's a
thumb.
It's a bloody dick.
Well, what's on my mind today, folks? Would that be dripping semen on the lower right-hand corner?
It could be. Could be.
All right.
Can we
so
move
moving
on to the
over.
next fucking film,
Next
please?
movie, MaXXXine.
All right. Talk
Love
about
this one.
porno.
This came out June 21st. It was a quick 143. Not a long movie. Not really.
Was fucked up.
Another wonderful
That's right.
performance by Mia
Yes.
Goth.
That's right.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So this is written and directed by Ty West. He did House of the Devil, X, and Pearl. Also, like The Sacrament, I think was another one he
Great
did.
filmmaker.
Yeah, great filmmaker.
It's about time he's getting mainstream now.
I-
about time.
I feel like this guy is right up there with the Night Gallery guy. What's his name?
Don't know. Think about that.
I can't think of his name.
So this has a star-studded cast in it. I mean, Mia Goth, Elizabeth Debicki, Kevin Bacon, Giancarlo Esposito, Michelle
Giancarlo.
Monaghan, Bobby Carnival, Lily Collins, Sophie Thatcher, Halsey, Chloe
right.
Farnsworth.
You know what? She was the most non-hot hot chick I've ever seen. Does that make sense?
No.
It does. I think so.
She's not hot, but she's hot.
She's has a unique
You know
look
what?
about her, very striking features.
I think it's so great that
Her
like
voice.
she's so confident in MaXXXine and everything.
Yeah.
But if you see Mia Goth like interviews in real life, she's like,
Yeah.
do you want me to scream for you?
Yeah.
So, Sammy, were these two a couple? Because she was staying with him.
No, that, he was a gay dude.
He was a gay. Oh, he was
Yeah,
gay.
I think
Okay.
she just lived above the like the porno
Oh,
store
okay,
or whatever.
okay.
Yeah, but this installment of the franchise is set in the 1980s. If you didn't know, Hollywood, where adult film star and aspiring actress MaXXXine Minx finally gets her big break out of the porn industry and into a mainstream Hollywood horror franchise.
So here's the question.
Yeah.
What, did Kevin Bacon find the porn that they made on the farm with all the murderers on camera?
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
And that's
I
what he
think-
was pursuing her with?
Yeah, because he was like after her because her father, the preacher,
Yeah, but
was
they
trying to find her.
Right.
But they never showed it that he had it.
Yeah, he sent it to her
Yeah.
because she
Oh,
watches it.
that
Yeah.
was in the video.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's like the story of this. Like her Kevin Bacon is kind of a private investigator. Which, by the way, I saw that he's dressed up in like Jack Nicholson's costume from Chinatown.
Yeah. He was a piece of shit in
So
this
for those of
movie.
you who don't know, this is part 3 of the
Yeah.
MaXXXine trilogy. You had X, Pearl, and now MaXXXine.
Yes.
Pearl was actually the prequel to X, but X came out first.
Did you like this one, Mike?
I sure did.
Great trilogy. I love this.
Good soundtrack. Really good soundtrack.
Her father. What the fuck?
The preacher, yeah, he's cutting girls' heads off. He's fucking carving fucking Satan shit in the
But
you know
didn't he-
pentagrams into their
But
face.
didn't he molest her?
I don't think so.
Mikey, didn't he?
I have to watch it again.
I think he did, Sammy. I think
So,
he did
I
molest
don't
his
know.
own daughter.
It was too fast to see who Halsey was. I know I watched the film, but I don't know her music.
She's the short-haired girl. She made Trent Reznor produced her whole album and
Oh, really?
their last one actually.
So-
but didn't he make her watch
What kind of music is?
some shit on TV?
Kind of like pop music.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think he did. I think he did molest her. That's why she became into porn.
Maybe. But yeah, I thought this was great. A couple
I thought it was
moments where you like
fantastic.
flinch, like when she crushes this guy's balls.
Oh,
She
yeah.
steps. This guy is like harassing her, and she like corners him, makes him get naked, and steps on his nuts with her heels.
Because she couldn't leave it because it was fenced off, and she turns around and turns that whole scene around, dude.
There was some real good gore in this
What did
movie.
she
Some
say,
good
Sammy?
kills.
You get on your knees.
Yeah.
It's a 9 out of 10 for me.
I gave us an 8 out of 10. What would you give us?
I would give it I would probably say a 10 out of 10. for
Yeah,
me.
I also love that it had like the Night Stalker
Yeah,
killings happening as like a
I-
red herring in the background.
I would go 10
Yeah.
because every bit of this movie was fucking brutal.
And completely original. I like when they had like an
That's-
original idea, you know?
That-
That's why I like Ty West.
Ty West, he's like Eli Roth to me. He's like Eli Roth.
Better.
No, better. No. I meant, the same. It's like the same, but he adds to it every movie he makes.
Yeah, I mean, if we're being honest, like the
Like
general.
John Woo, like John Woo, Mikey, Eli Roth. We know what category movies they like, but they just keep on getting better. And this dude keeps on getting better.
I was gonna say, yeah, the premise of this movie has been done time and time again, but it's just like original, like the set, the setting,
I understand that.
the way
I
it's
understand
done.
it.
Yeah.
But he made me believe. And my nephew, one of the greatest horror fans I've ever seen, he brought up a great scene when she was in that alley. I thought for sure he was gonna rape her, cut the shit out of her, beat the fuck out of her. And what happens? She turned that completely fucking around.
Well, it's one thing with Ty West films. He picks a good era of like early 80s for like the setting of his films.
Yeah.
The one that I like that doesn't get a lot of credit is Innkeepers, which had a lot of comedy in it.
Yeah. That wasn't a bad one.
The woman that played her second in the movies, she was very good too. When she came out of the trailer, Sammy, and Maxine goes, what have you done? Blah, 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 blah. And all she had to do was go like this. Ah! Like that was so disturbing.
Oh yeah, Lily Collins.
That was so
Which, by the way,
fucking disturbing.
Did you know that's
She's a
Phil
chameleon.
Collins' daughter?
Is that
Get
who
the
that
fuck
is?
outta
Yeah,
here.
Phil Collins' daughter.
Let me tell you
Wow.
something. She played an amazing
She's a chameleon.
part.
Yeah.
Like if you watch her in that Pam and Tommy Lee movie, you wouldn't even recognize her in anything else, man.
Is that her?
That's her.
I think
She
that might
played
have been
Pam.
someone else. Is it really?
She played Pam.
Seriously?
Yeah.
No
Wow.
shit.
But when she
Wow.
Sammy, when she made that face.
Oh no,
one
that was the
face.
girl from Baby Driver. I thought, right? I don't think that's Lily. That's a different Lily. I think maybe.
Okay, never mind.
I don't know.
I don't know. I thought
Phil
she was
Collins. I heard
amazing.
Phil Collins is coming out with a new album. Believe
No,
it or not.
I don't think so because he's really fucked up.
Well, he can't hear.
He
He's like-
can't
yes.
hear. He's in a wheelchair. He looked like he aged 100 years. He looked like he aged way more faster than a normal human being, man. When I seen a picture of him. Holy fuck.
Collins. All right. Well, from one good one to another one, let's get into Longlegs.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Right away, 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I love this one.
This one reminded me of how good a thriller can be. It's not a horror film. This is a thriller. But the ending has...
Kind of like a Silence of the Lambs type.
Yes, the ending is very supernatural. And it's like Silence of the Lambs to me, almost like a throwback to that, but with a supernatural ending. A lot of killer, like just fucking badass satanic imagery, especially at the end. The actress Alicia Witt, with the image of her, she looks like a nun. She's dressed as a nun. And either she's got, I think it's blood coming down her face. Her hands are up in the air, and like the background goes like black and white, and she goes, "Hail Satan!" I mean, it's fucking evil. It's creepy. I'm telling you, that's gonna be the next tattoo for me. It's gonna be the next tattoo.
That's a good one.
On my leg or my arm or something like that.
So this was written and directed by Oz Perkins.
Yeah.
It did The Blackcoat's Daughter. I'm not really a fan of I'm a Pretty Little Thing That Lives in the House, but it did have a good ending to it.
Yeah.
And
I
Gretel
do like
and
his
Hansel.
stuff.
Yeah, he's the son, did you know this, of Anthony Perkins.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Norman Bates.
Wow. I didn't know that guy had kids. I thought he died of AIDS.
No, well, he did. But yeah, he had kids.
Oh, all right.
He might have been bi. Who knows?
Okay.
But this
I'm going to say this right now. I thought this was probably one of the best things that Nicolas Cage has done in ages. This might be, and this is going, I'm really stretching it here. This might be my favorite Nicolas Cage film now because I think this is some of the best acting he's ever done or has done in a long time. To me, he looked like, his face looked so bloated. Kind of like, you ever see the serial killer Richard Speck.
Yeah.
His face was all like bloated looking and just gross. That's what Nicolas Cage reminded me of. He looked like Marilyn Manson in the Dope Show video. Okay?
He definitely had some facial prosthetics.
Oh, big time. But like every piece of dialogue was sung and screamed.
Oh,
And
there she is.
So fucked up and creepy. But like when spoiler alert, when he smashes his fucking face into death. Hail Satan! Wow, wow, wow.
Nicolas Cage, he's so fucking deep.
And
So as long as we kind of spoiled that part, like in the interrogation room, I fucking love that part where he's being like, that where he goes from being like that kind of thing to like being like deep in the ground.
Oh, yeah.
He gets like fucking serious.
I know you were really into it, but Micah Monroe's acting in this I thought was stellar.
Yeah.
She's just so like quiet church mouse, but
She plays it almost like autistically.
in a way, yeah, because there's certain moments where she's like smiling and laughing. It's almost like she's like taking a cover off of her, like this is the real person, and then boom, her shield goes right back up again, and it's just straight laced FBI agent.
I thought Alicia Witt was great.
Oh,
I didn't.
man.
I was trying to play something like, who the fuck is that for like half the movie?
Yes, she's aged, but holy cow, she played such a fucking creep in this. Scary.
Yeah.
Especially at the end. Again, we're gonna give a lot of spoilers away. Blair Underwood, he's the FBI agent. It's his family. They're at his house. Micah Monroe shows up because she figures out the serial killer had an accomplice. Her mother. There's a lot of twists and turns in this one, and she shows up and
We spoiled the whole thing off the bat.
I'm just gonna spoil this whole thing because this movie gets me really fucking excited. It was really fucking good. I was really happy with this one, but the whole family is possessed by
Show this trailer.
the devil or demons, and Alicia Wood's mother is dressed as a nun, and it's fucking crazy.
This movie I thought just has great atmosphere, almost like
Yes.
Zodiac. Or
Yes. But the look on Alicia Witt's face when she's staring at her daughter like, I'm about to kill everybody in this house.
Yeah, so Longlegs is like a prolific serial killer. Basically, he's like, each crime involves families with a 9-year-old daughter born on the 14th. And
Yeah.
basically the daughter, like, I don't know. It's like, we've already given it all away, but basically like Longlegs, Nicolas Cage is like a satanic magic man, and he's putting these orbs in these dolls and giving them.
That's right, the dolls. Holy shit.
He's giving them like to the families via Alicia Witt, who is Micah Monroe's mother.
But like,
So the dolls get into the house and they start making the father violent. And
right,
he kills
so
the whole family.
The dolls are possessing people,
With 7 heads and 10 horns.
and it's almost like Manson. He has his followers. They kill for him.
So did you notice too? There's that scene where they're all watching like an interrogation video of him before Micah Monroe interviews him, and he says like his face is on the computer screen, and he talks to everybody that is dead at the end. Like the mother shoots the Asian FBI agent, and like he's like you'll be there and you'll be
Right.
there. It's like almost like he's speaking
Like,
directly
it's like
to
Wizard
them.
of Oz. Like you
Yeah.
were there and you were there.
Yeah.
And the eyes that pop up on this thing.
Oh, that was so cool.
Number 1.
This one is definitely worth a rewatch.
I thought an amazing score with this one too. Very
I'm waiting
creepy.
for you guys to finish.
You didn't like this that much?
I thought this movie sucked my ass.
Oh,
No.
you're kidding me. You're
No, I'm
kidding
not.
Me. You have to rewatch it.
No,
then.
no, I'm not. She was so plain of an actress.
Well, that's because she's basically being controlled by Nicolas Cage the whole movie.
I know.
This is my kind of horror. Oh, and Shipka.
Kiernan Shipka.
Oh man, what a creep too.
I just thought she was.
When she's describing jumping out the window.
You know what? Dudes, I'm sorry. Her acting just seems so plain.
I gave this one a 9 out of 10. I thought it was fucking awesome. Great thriller.
I give it a 12 out of 10, man.
I give it a 1.
no.
I'm sorry.
That's insane.
You have to understand, this is not your typical horror film that you usually watch. The Tubi stuff you watch, completely different.
Don't match me with Tubi because I watch other stuff than Tubi. But Tubi's just my entertainment. But this movie, the only good part that fucked me up is when Blair Underwood told his wife, "Let's go in the kitchen. You're not coming back."
yeah, that was creepy,
That
wasn't
fucked
it?
me up.
Yeah.
That fucked me
Yeah.
up. And then you hear it.
Yeah.
Then you hear it, Mike.
Yes. There's so much
I'm
uneasiness.
sorry, dude. It
in
was
this
just
film.
you know what it was. You know what it was? It was her. She fucked up this movie for me.
Micah Monroe?
Yes. And I like Micah Monroe, but I thought she just didn't do it for me in this movie.
You know what? I'm sorry, Sal, but I got to hit you with it.
I don't want no more bullshit around here.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, Sammy, keep it. I love this.
This is a great one.
No, I love the scream better. When Sammy plays that lady screaming, I love that. I'm sorry, dudes. I'm sorry, dudes. I had so many friends of mine that were horror, that are fans of ours, that said the same thing I did. They just didn't. They were disappointed.
Okay.
They were
Well, I
disappointed.
think it was because it was marketed as a horror film, but I think it's more of like a serial killer thriller.
It's a thriller.
Now, I will say, I did tell Sammy right away, those dolls fucking creeped the fuck out. When she found the one underneath the wood, Sammy.
So, okay, you can find positivities with this film.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you can
I'd
find
be
some
lying.
good things.
I'd be lying if
You
I
do
couldn't.
you do like parts.
I do like parts of it, because let me tell you something. When she found that fucking doll in the floor,
yeah.
and what creeped me out is not that the doll itself, it's how real it looked.
Yeah.
That motherfucker, because they even said how magnificent a job was done on the dolls,
The doll
how they
maker.
were made.
He was a doll maker.
And when that one doll's eyes open, I'm out of there. Fuck you. Fuck you.
When the mother's telling the backstory of Nicolas Cage's character, how he's the doll maker and everything, everything is just so creepy about this.
I will. You're right.
Makes you wanna cringe.
I would
Like,
deny. I would be lying to Mike if I didn't agree with what he just said to me. But it just, I don't know.
It's a
man.
slow burn. You have to be patient with this film. It is a slow burn.
But you two dudes know I have no patience at all.
I don't know. I
this
think
one
moves.
wasn't for you. That's okay.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
I thought this
like
one moves.
Bad Boys, I will never ever watch Bad Boys. It doesn't appeal to me at all.
Yeah, but Mike, that's because you've always said to us you don't like those dudes. You've always said that's a
because
normal
they're
for
in
you.
the film. That ruins it for me. Even if they weren't in the film, I wouldn't watch
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I don't like action comedies
Yeah.
that much. You know,
Yeah.
not enough where
But
I
I did
don't want to
mention,
watch part
but I
3
did
or
mention
4.
to Sammy, I'm not a big fan of slow burns. There are some movies that have slow burns that I like, but I'm not a fan of it.
But this film starts out with a big bang. Like her,
It did.
her partner that
It did.
she gets partnered up with. They go to the house and then boom, right in the face.
But you know what,
know?
though, Mike?
Well, even just in the beginning when he's talking to her, and then he goes,
Yeah.
his
But
face
you know-
comes
you know-
down. I went, ah.
You know what bothered me, Sammy? You know what bothered me about this movie? From beginning to end, Micah Monroe acted like she seriously had some trauma.
Yeah,
And
that's why she's so quiet.
and she's so
She did.
fucking
and fragile.
I would never partner up with somebody like that.
She looks great in a blouse
she,
too.
she looks like she's getting ready to snap at any time.
Uh,
You know, maybe I'm looking at it a different way, but I just didn't care for this
she's
at all.
definitely is a femme fatale. And I
Yeah.
think when we did our Scream Queens episode, I'm pretty sure one of us mentioned Mike.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, you did.
She's fantastic.
yeah,
You did-
God
you
is a
did,
bullet.
Mike.
She was. Oh my God, it was
said
amazing in
You-
there.
I remember that.
That one
episode.
was pretty wild.
Mike said Micah Monroe's fucking fantastic.
I love her in It Follows, and they're supposed to do a new It Follows sooner or later.
I heard that. Yeah.
You know, what is it about her though?
She's sexy.
I think she's sexy
She
as
is
hell.
very sexy.
She's not hot, but she's sexy.
Take a look at her Instagram. She seems like a wild chick. This is a big difference from her in real life. From Longlegs.
I feel you, bro. I feel you, bro.
Oh yeah, you feel me, bro? So what about titty twisters?
No thanks.
I wouldn't watch this piece of shit fucking remake
Same.
if Bodhi's peed on me.
Man, this was released July 29th or 21st, one of those. I don't know.
The
Who
first
cares?
one sucked my ass.
I had no interest in seeing the first one or this.
This was about a retired tornado chaser and meteorologist. That's the chick in this movie. She's persuaded to return to Oklahoma to work with a new team and new technologies, who's kind of like the evil group in the first movie, you know what I'm saying? Instead, she teams up with a former rodeo clown and meteorologist turned tornado wrangler / daredevil. That's Glenn Powell in the movie. I'm not going to lie. I like Glenn Powell. He's good. And yeah.
Oklahoma. We
Okay, what's like the least, the most interesting part about watching the news? Probably the weather, right? So why would you want to make a movie about weather? I can't get into this.
This is kind of like a standalone sequel to the first movie. There's some nods to the '96 film.
It's a sequel, not a remake.
Kind of, yeah. It's like a standalone thing. They don't mention anything, but there is like a Dorothy, machine like that they have.
Okay. Yeah,
And,
the little balls.
Yeah, and this girl Kate, like she keeps saying, like, I'm not back, like Bill Paxton keeps saying in the first one. So Bill Paxton's son is actually in this movie as like a little cameo.
His real son?
Yeah, his real son. Also, one thing I got in my notes here that I thought this was pretty cool. So, the oil refinery that explodes and creates the fire tornado is owned by Benthic Petroleum, as seen on the sign. Benthic Petroleum is the fictional oil company that owned the deep sea oil rig in the abyss.
No shit.
So, the company's name also appeared in the original Twister and on the side of an oil truck that is thrown by a tornado and explodes. So, they all share the same universe.
BP.
Where's he from, Sammy? He looks really familiar.
He was just in that movie called The Hitman.
I seen the Hitman.
He's been in some other
that
stuff
him?
too. Yeah.
I got it wrong.
Fun fact about this movie: this is 100% practical effects. There is zero
Oh, of
CGI
course.
in this movie.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
real. These are practical tornadoes they filmed it.
I could see that.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Bill Paxton was a great actor.
Oh, he was so ahead of his time.
It was crazy. They destroyed this whole town here for real. They made a tornado
Yeah.
and destroyed the whole
I
town.
heard that.
They made
I'm
a tornado.
sorry. I'm sorry. I read that on Facebook.
Come on, they had to use CGI.
Nope, no CGI at all.
It's all right to be scared.
I think like 74 people died during the making of this movie.
Fuck out of here.
No. Oh, I thought you were serious.
I had Sal going. He's like, I read
Yeah.
that shit on
The
Facebook.
fuck out of here.
For a minute, no, you had me going there.
Not me. Not me.
Dude.
100% practical.
You ever seen anything like this?
I'm surprised you guys didn't say fuck off when I said practical tornadoes.
Hit yourself with that cue.
No, hit yourself with the beat.
Get that fucking shit out of here.
Especially Sal. He was like, yeah, I heard real tornadoes.
They did. All you gotta do is spin a little spinner thing, and then whoop 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 whoop.
Oh,
Did you ever do the tornado in the 2 liters?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's true.
So I give this a 6 out of 10. I think it wasn't. We didn't really need this.
Listen, if Wizard of Oz can have real tornadoes, so can this movie.
Yeah, I thought it was weird. Like,
I don't know. I'm not into disaster films.
it just didn't have like any of the charm of the original.
I'm not into this disaster film. Now, like Sharknado.
What's better, Sharknado or this?
Mike, come on. That wasn't funny.
What's
Mike, that shit wasn't funny.
What's better, this or
Oh,
Sharknado?
Sharknado, man. I love Sharknado
boy.
movies.
No, this is definitely better than Sharknado. I think.
How many?
Yeah.
How many Sharknados have they made?
I think there was 4. I think there was 4.
Okay.
When they killed Vince, or was it Vince Neil? No, I mean when they killed oh god, from Poison, Brett Michaels, right?
Oh man.
He's in that?
He was in the last one, Mike.
Wow.
This movie just gets like ridiculously laughable though. Like, they're so in love with meteorology and everything. They're like, you taste that? Yeah, I could taste the upper atmos cumulus clouds mixing with the dirt and the rain. It's gonna have a tornado in about 45 seconds. And then the whole fucking rodeo is gone. They do that same scene.
Taste it.
So this with Anthony Ramos, I
Yeah.
saw him. Unfortunately, the wife maybe watched the latest Transformers film. I think it was Transformers.
Oh, I saw that. It was a bad one. Was it Blue Beetle? Maybe.
No,
no,
it was
no.
Transformers. He's in it.
Oh,
Dude, I wanted to cry.
Hey,
The movie
Blue
sucked
Beetle
so
was
much.
good, dude.
It was
I like
alright.
Blue Beetle. It made me laugh my dick off. With George Lopez in it.
So moving on. I know we all like this one.
Yes. Yes.
You and Mike, why did you tell me to watch this?
Okay, this is probably my favorite of the year. I'm just gonna say it right now.
This fucked me up, Mike.
All right. This one was out of
This
Ireland.
Fucked me up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
July 19th this came out. In the
Why
United
did you
States.
guys tell me to watch
Awesome
this?
Irish
This
film.
fucking scared the
So,
shit out of me.
Real quick, probably one of the scariest films I've ever seen of all time.
You think so?
I jumped out of my skin about 10 fucking times at the movie theater, and I screamed so loud I scared the people sitting next to me.
Give me a fist bump.
I mean, the jump scares were so good in this, and a lot of them were predictable, like you could see it coming, but then when they fucking hit you, those jump scares will make you fucking piss your pants, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
There was a couple in there where I was like,
you and Mike.
I had the pleasure of seeing it in the theater too, so the sound got you.
When the three of us were texting and Mike had mentioned them jump scares, and I'm like, okay, let me see this son of a bitch. I'm not the jump scare guy, but when they fucking brought out that wooden dude,
Yeah.
I'm the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
That was probably
when it started moving.
I agree with Mike that was the most what's my favorite word?
Dude.
magnificent.
Magnificent. That was the most magnificent, disturbing fucking thing I ever seen. When Sammy, I get the chills. When I told Sammy, I called him and I said, Sammy, when the girl looked down and then it looked up at her, I'm the fuck out of there. I'm the what is wrong with people fucking
fantastic jump scares. I mean, it's this one,
dude,
a good horror movie that really gets to you like down deep in your bones. To me, it's such a breath of fucking fresh air, man. It's like,
I agree.
Finally, someone fucking got it, and they delivered the fucking goods. This is the one to see, folks. If you want to watch a real scary movie, this is the one to see.
So that person Mike was talking about was Damian McCarthy, who also did Caveat. I think we were talking about this. I got it wrong. Caveat is a good one.
Yeah.
I rewatched it recently. I was thinking about something else.
I don't think I've seen this one. I didn't see Caveat.
Yeah, I told Mike that it sucked, and I was thinking about a different movie.
Okay, so a lot of his short films are all available on YouTube, and a lot of them all have the same thing in common: jump scares. A lot of good ones.
Hey, did you dudes? I thought the blind sister was pretty hot.
She was cool looking. She was pretty unique.
She was pretty hot.
It's the same actress, that woman,
right,
and the woman with the white hair.
Right. Oh, they're twins.
The twins. And she's blind.
Yeah, they're twins.
The blonde-haired lady's blind.
Yeah. A lot of the cast, their names are really Irish. They're hard to pronounce.
This guy reminded me of Rickety Cricket from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I think that's Todd Murphy. It's
Okay. First of all, Mike,
TADGH.
why the fuck would you be in a castle like that by yourself? Are you stupid?
The story.
That's
so cool.
So this movie is about a psychic medium, the blonde-haired sister, who attempts to uncover the truth behind her sister's murder, the dark-haired sister, at the site of the crime, which is like this isolated kind of castle almost thing. Mansion.
Wasn't it a insane asylum?
Might have been. I know they're trying to restore it.
The doctor works at one.
Yeah. No, but I mean, the building wasn't the house?
No, the building wasn't one.
I thought it was.
Where she lived? No.
Her home in the middle of the night.
You gotta love an Irish brogue.
She's saying some weird things to me, Dad.
She's clearly not well.
Do you mind staying in?
Yeah, but this is kind of like an isolation movie. I
look at
thought
that
was
thing.
great. There's a good mystery
Fuck
going
you,
on.
I'm out of there with that thing. She was hot too, the girlfriend.
My wife is not haunting this house.
That scene was very scary. The run jump scare.
Yeah. 'Cause, I mean, every jump scare comes out of left field. You don't see them coming. Well, maybe some you do. They're kind of predictable, but when they
they got the bunny from Caveat in there.
I don't like that she was pulling things out of that thing's head.
Yeah,
that was so disturbing. That was so disturbing.
Yeah, this has a little bit of everything in there, like a little Jewish folklore, the golem.
Yeah.
You know,
oh, that's right. That's right.
This is kind of like, a little bit of it's kind of a folk horror movie.
15 out of 10.
I give this an 8 out of 10. I thought it was great. What about you, Sal?
I'm going with Mike because that fucking wooden thing scared the shit out of me. That fucking thing, man. As soon as I could make it out, Sammy, and I told Mikey, I told Sammy via text. I wonder. See, what pisses me off is non-horror people or people that think they're horror people, because a lot of my family members would have never have noticed that wooden object moved from the front of the table to the back of the table in one scene. Right, Sammy? Remember I was telling you about that?
Yeah.
When it moved, and I'm like, Patty, your aunt would have never noticed that. Never would have noticed that. Aunt Nicole might have.
So you know me, lifelong horror movie fan. I've seen them all.
Yeah.
Okay. This is hands down one of the scariest horror films that I've ever seen.
I agree. I totally agree with that.
And this,
I totally agree with that.
I was so impressed and really happy to have seen it in the theater because I mean, if you watch this, say, like, at home on your TV, even if you have a great looking...
You're right.
Even
It's
if you have a
different.
great, like, sounding sound bar, crank that motherfucker up because the jump scares will make you fucking jump.
You know what, Sam?
I got it in 4K. I felt like I was at the mansion.
Sammy, I thought, ooh, I'm getting goosebumps. The only thing that does that to me is Trilogy of Terror. She was as creepy as that fucking wooden guy.
Oh, yeah, the psychic medium?
She was a fucking creepy lady.
She was like, hold this doorbell, someone died.
No,
I'm pressing
Sammy,
it.
I told Sammy, Mike, who the fuck sleeps up? Because the husband kept on telling, I'm sorry, the doctor kept on telling his girlfriend, she's sleeping, she ain't gonna bother you, she's sleeping. And then you look over and you just see this,
The
Mike,
orderly
Mikey,
was
the
a
back
creep.
the back of the head, Mike, you just see the back of the head and she's, who sleeps up like that?
I just thought it was. I didn't realize that. I'm like, yeah, blind people don't need to have. I almost said black people. blind people. Blind people don't need to have the fucking lights on. Get around and shit like that. They're already lights are already out, dude. That's what creeped me out.
I think that's another
Lights out in London.
I don't know, man. This chick, she really was a magnificent part of the movie, man.
Good actress. Good actress.
But let me tell you something, Mike. When at the end, when they can I give the end anyway?
Sure. I've been spoiling everything so far.
when they spoiler, I'm sorry. When the fucking boy or the doctor was the bad guy, that threw me for a loop. I didn't see that coming at all.
The trapdoor.
He was the murderer.
Did you see it coming, Mike?
The trapdoor.
No, not the trapdoor. Him.
Well,
that he did it all.
I mean, since he wasn't showing like any thing was like affecting him, it was like something's up.
What was kind of creepy was he was like when they were planning it, and he was like, "So say that she's like raped when I do it," and the guy's like, "No, don't do that to my wife."
Yeah.
Right.
But Sammy, I've told you before. I tell Sammy all the time, Mike, and you. Man, I know what's going to happen. This is going to happen. But this one fucking drove me nuts because I was so pissed that it was him that did everything.
Good one.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the marking of a really good film. Not that I'm a brain or anything like that, but I've watched so many of these things. I put this right up with, not Hereditary, what's Insidious. I put this right up there with Insidious.
All right.
And I don't mean...
The scare factor.
Yes. Thank you, Mike. I don't mean... the
so
writing part
on a scale of 1 to 10, you give this creepy as a fuck?
I give this creepy as a fuck, man. Dude.
That's a good unit of measurement. I talk about units of measurement real quick. For late August, it's been hot as balls outside. That's my unit of measurement right there.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, Sal, you told me about this one you watched. Was The Last Breath? Did you said you watched this? This is the last movie Julian Sands ever shot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. So this was had a limited release July 26th. I didn't watch this myself. Sal said he watched it. You want to give us a little rundown on this movie?
Let's watch the trailer first. You got to watch the trailer, Mike.
We found a ship. It's from the Second World War.
I mean, I was thinking, why are you laughing so hard already?
I'll say after this trailer.
So no one's been in there? No. I know you're all pretty good divers.
Tell me, Julian Sands has about 10 minutes in this movie, right?
This is a German ship that got sunk a bajillion years ago. Okay? And the old man that owns the boat has been looking for the ship for like 30 or 40 years. And it's going to bring him back and pay off all his bills and debts that he owes with this guy here. And he's a professional diver.
This is awesome. Why isn't there more stuff growing here?
She's running out of air.
I feel like I've seen this movie like 5 times already.
What was that? I don't know.
Oh, these shark films are all the
Another
same,
shark
really.
film. It's a shark film.
There are 2 ways out. A shark on either end.
Everyone stay still.
It's almost like, what was that last one we just talked, The Black Demon, not too long ago?
Yeah. Horrible.
I mean, if you got spear guns, shoot the fucking thing in the eye.
They didn't.
What do we do now?
They had no weapons.
I just want to get out of here. What's going on?
Okay. So again, it's a sunken German Nazi boat. Okay. And they did, nobody knew where it was. They've been looking for it for 1,000 years, or not 1,000, but from World War II.
I like how we showed this wallpaper, and then halfway through the movie, you're like, "That's right, it's a shark movie." Like it was a reveal.
So a group of friends comes, and they want to celebrate, and there's one friend that you have to have with you, but he's so annoying you want to slap him, and he's rich. So they all like, is this all you got here, Sammy? You just have like a bar and a fucking stereo and the girls and us. Where's all the weed? Where's all of the great boat and everything? This guy's got a ship that looks like it's ready to sink now.
All good questions.
So then the boyfriend of one of the girls here, he goes, I'll tell you what, we found the sinking ship of Mike Morrissey. What? Wow. I want to do it. We have to do it. And this guy was so rich, the old man needed $20,000 to pay off some loan sharks at the island. So his lights were going off in the bar, blah blah blah. Everything was failing. So they had to go up to the rich kid and said, "Hey man, how much are you willing to pay for us to take you diving down there?" And none of them were professional divers. They were divers, but they weren't professionals. So the one guy takes them all down there, and they had no clue that the sharks were down there. And obviously the sharks ate just about the whole cast.
At first glance, I thought that was Ellen Page, who is now Elliot Page.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's true.
But as far as this movie goes, I'd probably give it maybe a 1.5. And you know why, Mike? You know why?
Because don't need to see this one, huh?
You don't need to see this one because Mike said it. Another shark movie.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man.
I said that. There's been like 5 of them.
Sammy said it. Another shark movie. The only shark movie lately that I really loved was the one with Blake Lively.
48 meters down or something like that?
No, that was that other chick. But the one with Blake Lively, that was good. You know why,
Teresa
Mike?
Palmer?
No. Oh, damn it. I can't. Mandy Moore.
Oh.
That's 48 meters down. But the one with Blake Lively, that was the only decent shark movie I've seen lately. This one was so predictable. It was just... It was something to watch, man, and that's not very good.
All right, so you could skip this one then,
huh?
Definitely
skip this one.
What about Star of Acre? Did you, I know you watched this one because we talked about the fucking pony scene. This came out July 26th of this year. It has Matt Smith, Morphe Clark, who's been in some great shit, St. Maud.
This one, this one, you know what this movie was, Mike?
Cocotilo?
Mike, you know what this movie was?
What?
It was stupid. It was just a stupid movie.
I thought it was pretty good. This is another good like folk horror, slow burn kind of.
Yeah.
This family like kind of has I don't know. There's like this legend about like the property that they're on, right?
It's ground.
Like there's like it's almost like a portal to hell.
Yeah.
So they have to like uncover it.
Yeah.
And there's like weird, almost like possession type shit coming around, and they get like their child starts having seizures and dies like pretty early in the movie.
Now the only cool part about this movie, Mike, was he finds the bones of the rabbit, and he brings the rabbit inside, and day by day it's coming back to life.
Yeah.
Real quick, are we going to talk about Beast Within?
Yeah.
Okay. I've seen that guy before.
He's very disturbing.
Yeah, he played like he was Doctor Who for a little while.
Yeah. I didn't like him playing Doctor Who.
But there were some weird moments in this one.
Now when he was digging it up, Mike, and obviously here the son dies, that was brutal.
But this kind of has it is kind of like a descent into madness, like it says here. But by the end of the movie, everyone's kind of like, totally under this influence of this, like, what do they call him, like old Scratch or something, like Jack, like basically it's the devil.
You shouldn't be in here. Richard's writing. It's weird, Jules.
But they also try and do like a weird, like the neighbors are in on it too.
Yeah. And the girl with the book in her hand, that's the mother, the wife's sister. That's her sister.
So, of course, you know what happens when sisters show up in these movies. They're, of course, slaughtered immediately.
She looks familiar.
She was in the Lord of the Rings series.
That's where she's from. Okay.
She was also Saint Maud in Saint Maud.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I thought this was a pretty good,
I just
like kind of a solid folk horror, but I don't know, it was a little slow for me. I gave it a what is that? I think I gave it a 5 or a 6 out of 10.
I would try this.
You know what? You know, Mike. It's worth trying. It's worth watching. But it was just stupid. It just stupid to me.
I want to see this and that Devil's Bath.
I mean, I did like. You know, you'd see like Mike. You'd see like, you know, he'd pull off the bones. What is that? You know, it's a little skin. Next day, what the fuck is that? A little fur, and then every day it kept on growing and growing and growing and growing
until this like the satanic fucking bunny rabbit is like their child. They
right, but what you had to do is you'd had to trade something, and that's why they took the kid, the little boy.
So next up, Mike was asking about it, The Beast Within. This was released July 26th. Written and directed by Alexander J. Farrell, starring Kit Harington and James Cosmo, who were also in Game of Thrones together. Ashley Cummings, who was in a good show called Nosferatu. I would recommend the book of Nosferatu more than the series. That was written by Joe Hill, who was Stephen King's son. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, you had mentioned him quite a few times.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
Very disappointing.
Very disappointed with this one. Yeah, I mean, it was good for like a drama, but as a werewolf movie, it fucking sucks.
That's why
I told Sam not to watch it.
If it wasn't presented as a werewolf film, it could have maybe been better. But it was presented as a werewolf film, and you only see the goddamn werewolf. You gotta wait an hour and a half to see it, and it looks dumb. It looks like a guy in a costume.
They showed it at the end, and that's it.
Yeah. It wasn't even a good-looking werewolf.
Like I said, I was kind of impressed with the acting in this, though. Kit Harington gives a monologue in the middle there. That's like, you know, a couple minutes long where he's talking about, like, you know, how his father was a nasty man and shit, or he killed his wife. And
now, see,
I do like James Cosmo.
Now, see, Mike, the coat scene where she's constantly washing it, they didn't need to show that, number one. They did. This guy was good. The grandpa was cool. Or was that her dad or her grandpa?
I don't remember. That was her father.
Yeah.
James Cosmo. Yeah. He was great in Braveheart.
I will say, Mike, it started off really good, and it just got worse.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was a little. So we're gonna spoil the very ending of this. I just because I had a question. The very end of the movie. How did you take that? Did you see it as like the daughter was imagining the whole werewolf thing as like an allegory for the abuse, or he really was a werewolf?
I didn't take it as
confusing.
I didn't take it as it was imaginary because there was too many people that were involved.
Yeah,
but it was just like Mike said. The worst part of this movie.
Double meaning.
It's just
that's what I figured.
At the end, dude.
I looked at the very end as like a dream of him saying, like,
"Did you?
You're gonna be just like me, you know?
Yeah.
Like this is what this abuse has done to you. You might be a werewolf."
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's an '80s film with the same title that's better than this.
Yeah. I seen that.
Whoops.
So I gave this a 5 out of 10.
I was gonna say, did you see this 5?
Yeah.
You gave it way more than what it's worth.
I don't know. I mean, it's not a bad story about abuse. Like I said,
Sammy?
it's
you know what, Sammy? You're absolutely right. The atmosphere, the scenery, the thought behind it, but it just didn't.
5.
I give it a 1.
Thief.
I give it a 1.
5 out of 10.
Because it could have been good. You know how they should have did it, Mikey? They should have showed them fucking up through most of the movie.
Just more werewolf.
Yeah.
And look.
Yeah.
I mean, the look of the werewolf.
Yeah.
sucked.
I mean, when they
I want to see a badass transformation is what I want to see.
When they took the chains, when they took his coat, and when they loaded up the pig, so that you know that he's gonna eat, it always like, oh, cool. You know, maybe
they never showed it.
Maybe if he eats the pig, that's what they were thinking, Mikey.
You know
he
what
won't eat anybody else. But they never showed him.
We are missing a Rick Baker style werewolf transformation.
Yeah.
You know what, Mike? I don't even
This
care.
would be a good one.
I don't even care about that. I don't even care about the change or you know, like Benicio del Toro's change, which was great. But what I cared about, again, what Mike fucking came out of his mouth first, they fucking showed at the end. It must have been 5 minutes left of the movie when they finally showed him.
After an hour and a half of waiting to see the fucking werewolf.
Yeah. Not very good. Disappointing, this one.
That's why I told Sammy. I said, Sammy, you know, watch it. It is worth watching, I think, because like Mike always says, it's that background thing. And I know you want to see it, and I never discourage, very rarely, both yous to not watch something, but this one, it just all they did was show them more right away. I want to see it right away, dude.
Well, I don't know about the Beast Within, but I love fucking Deadpool versus Wolverine. The wolf in this one is fucking awesome.
Here's the thing: if this came out, say 20 to 25 years ago, I'd be so excited for this.
I was still so excited for it. It was great, I thought. Yeah, this one wasn't bad. July 26th again, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. This has a ton of other cameos in it. Sal, did you see this?
No. I won't watch anything with Ryan Reynolds.
They brought back a lot of old characters.
I'm sorry, Sammy.
I'll spoil one for you. Blade is in it. Fucking
Wesley Snipes?
Wesley Snipes as Blade.
You know what? I will admit, I've heard a lot of people say the exact same thing I did. I hate Ryan Reynolds, but Deadpool and Wolverine was magnificent.
Yeah.
Everybody everybody I talk to says the same fucking thing. Now, I love Wolverine. He's the greatest X-Men hero ever. But Ryan Reynolds, who told him he was funny? Who told
Ryan
him he
Reynolds
was funny?
told himself he's funny.
Some Canadian probably said, "Hey, you're pretty good on that show 15, eh?"
I don't know. This one, it was pretty funny, and I like it. I love this movie. It was this is directed by Sean Levy. He has like a ton of weird movies that he's done. A couple with Ryan Reynolds.
Okay, Cheaper by the Dozen. That was funny.
Yeah, Night at the Museum.
Real Steel sucked my ass.
Not that great.
I don't like any of these films.
The only thing I like was Cheaper by the Dozen. That was pretty cool.
So this is written by the writing team Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, who did like Zombieland, Double Tap, all the Deadpool movies, and Life, which was a fucking awesome movie, I think. With Ryan Reynolds? It's kind of like Alien again.
No, I couldn't.
They find that alien and it kind of fucking, crawls inside Ryan Reynolds.
Wasn't Peter Weller in a movie called Life? Is that a remake?
No, that was something else. I know what you're thinking of. You're thinking of like fucking Deep Space. No, not that one. Not.
Did you say Peter Weller?
Yeah.
Leviathan, I think you're thinking of.
It was a space movie, not a water movie.
I don't know.
Oh,
but I don't think it was
something with an S. Scorchers, Searchers.
I can't think of it, but it looks kind of familiar to me.
I don't know. Yeah, look it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. This one was great. It was like Deadpool's offered a place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe by the Time Variance Authority. That was like the whole thing from the Loki television series. Yeah, but instead he recruits a variant of Wolverine to save his universe from extinction.
So supposedly Wolverine's immortal.
Yeah,
because they couldn't guess how old he was because he just keeps on. You can't kill him.
Well, he's been alive for about 200 years, I think they say, or something.
Yeah, but you know what sucks about? There's only one bad thing about Wolverine. He says it in a couple of the movies, a series. He feels all pain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that, Mike?
I don't.
Yeah, Wolverine feels all the pain. So when he gets stabbed, shot, or falls,
Screamers.
No, what's
Screamers.
Life Force. Life Force. That's
He's not in it. He's not in that.
Peter Weller's. I'm sorry, Mike.
Oh, the vampire one.
Yeah, I'm
Space
sorry,
vampire.
Mike. I couldn't remember who was in it, but it looked like that.
Steve Railsback.
Is he?
Yes. That one's good. That's a Tobe Hooper film.
But see, Mike, I like that.
This one was like so brutal. There's a bunch of fucking crazy shit going on in there.
Yeah, but Sammy, I like that. I like that you have to have a weakness, like Superman.
Yeah.
That is so cool when they said, unfortunately, Wolverine could feel everything, but he regenerates.
Well, I think we all got the gambit that we wanted. Even though I don't really like that actor either.
I think by now everybody knows it's Channing Tatum as. We could probably spoil a bunch of them. Everybody's seen this movie by now. Jennifer Gardner's in it as Elektra.
Yeah. Horrible movie. Who else?
Oh, Sabretooth. They got it.
Oh, Sabretooth.
Yeah, they brought back what's his name? Big dude.
Yeah, I forget his name.
Tyler Mane.
Tyler Mane. Yeah. But Mike, do you like Wolverine?
This has so many fucking awesome fight sequences.
Yeah, when I was like 12, when I was reading the books.
I don't know. This one was fucking fun though. There's a giant like corpse of Ant-Man that's just laying around.
Cool. Yeah. It looks. Oh, that's his corpse.
Yeah.
I love Ant-Man. Mike hates Ant-Man.
They see the corpse of Ant-Man and he's like, "Wow, Paul Rudd finally aged."
So that's Professor X's long lost sister.
Yeah, it's like they're twin, but it's like a alternate universe kind of thing. This was really funny.
Some cocaine.
Hey, cocaine is the one thing that Feige said is off limits.
What about Bolivian marching powder?
They know all the slang terms. They have a list.
Even snowboarding?
Even disco dust.
White girl interrupted?
Even forest bump.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yes. I can't.
I love this.
I don't get it.
I give this a 10 because
I
it was
don't
just
get
like
it.
this was a great adventure film. It's like a buddy cop road film, like road trip kind of film.
Now, my favorite.
Tons of great cameos.
My favorite in movies is when you do get the cameos. I love that, but I can't. I
mean, this was
They
just a
even
great
brought back the
for me-
Russian from Punisher.
Yeah.
in this.
Yeah.
But it wasn't Nash.
Oh.
Yeah, for me, this was just a great like escapism movie for
Yeah,
2
but Sammy,
hours. You
have
just
to-
get lost
yeah,
in
but
it.
Sammy, you have to remember one thing. You and Mike always seem to.
I escaped. I fell asleep.
Wow.
You and Mike. See, I have to tell you guys all the time. I'm old, man. I can't deal with this shit. I can't. Use dudes. I feel sorry for you dudes
I feel the
and
same
what
way.
you and
There's
what you gotta
too
fucking.
many Marvel films to keep track of. None of them have redeeming qualities. 10 years from now, no one's even going to remember this.
Yeah.
But
I will.
10 years from now, people will remember.
Do the Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, right. 10 years from now, people will remember Logan.
He beat my chest. Logan was horrible.
No way, dude. Logan was like one of the best Wolverine films. Oh, yeah.
You're a heathen.
So in the
Would you
beginning,
agree with me, Logan?
Logan was good. Yeah, I didn't think it was the best ever, but
10 years from now, people will remember Logan. They're not going to remember this shit.
maybe.
I don't know, Mike.
All the
In the-
little
so-
quips and little funny
Mikey,
jokes from
Mikey,
Ryan Reynolds.
Mikey,
no one's
so-
going to remember any of that.
As much as I hate to say this to you, there's a lot of Deadpool fans. A lot of Deadpool fans.
Yeah.
So you think that this is the Wolverine from all those other movies, but in the beginning of the movie, he's trying to find a Wolverine to help him save his timeline, and he digs up the Logan from there. And he's like, fuck, he's really dead. And he has a fight scene. He like, tears it because he's got the adamantium fucking corpse or bones. He like has a fight scene where he kills like a bunch of the Time Variance Authority members with like with Wolverine's corpse.
Look at him. Look at him. He's getting mad.
Stupid, man.
It's stupid, but it's fun. I don't know. You can just have fun with these. Yeah.
You know, but though, Sammy, see, that's what I mean. You have fun with them. Mike is very serious about it. Me, I can't. I'm that old guy. Fuck you with all your new shit. I can't handle him.
All right.
He's a dumbass.
All right. Well, what about? I know you guys aren't going to like this one.
1 second. I think Scorsese said it best. He said Marvel films are like roller coasters. You know, they're exciting, they're fun, but when the ride's over, no one gives a shit anymore about what you just watched, and no one's going to remember that you just went through this wild ride. Like, it's just, oh, that was fun.
Angry old man yells at clouds.
Right, yeah.
Fuck Marvel. Get off my lawn. You know what? No one's going to remember that shit fucking Hoffa movie he made, so fuck Martin Scorsese. I know you can't say that, but you know what?
I don't want no more bullshit around here.
Sammy, please do the screaming, the lady screaming.
I don't know where it is.
He always says that.
There you go. You know what's another good one? You know what's another good one I just put on here?
Bitch, tell me your dreams.
What is that from?
Blackbird.
Actually, I thought it was Freddie. It sounded like
man.
Freddie.
What's Blackbird?
It's a good one. I think I talked about it on here. It's like Paul Walter Hauser, and it's based on the serial killer.
Oh.
And there's like a guy that has to try and get a confession out of him, like in prison. It's a good miniseries.
I'm sorry. If I had Sammy's effect thing, I would hit that scream every fucking day. I don't know what it is, but that and the bell are my two favorites. Oh my god!
All right,
right,
we're
go ahead,
moving on.
Sammy.
Yeah, what about Trap? This is released August 2nd here. It stars Josh Hartnett, Ariel Donahue, Allison Pill, who's a great actress. She was great in Devs. You guys ever see that? She was fucking scary. Kid Cudi's in this. Also, M. Night Shyamalan's daughter, Suleika Shyamalan. This is obviously directed by M. Night Shyamalan here.
Where the fuck has Josh Hartnett been?
I don't know. He was in, what was that, Penny Dreadful for a little while. I think he was just kind of like hanging out, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, we all know M. Night Shyamalan's films. He's had some good ones
What's
recently. I
wrong
liked
with this
Old.
guy?
His daughter directed this.
No, he directed this.
Oh.
His daughter is the pop star
Oh.
featured in the movie. She's like trying to be a pop star in real life, but
Okay.
I don't think it's working out. So we made a movie where she is a pop star.
Dudes, it finally came to me. The old guy that I told you, the other guy reminds me of Rod Serling. He reminds me of
Rod Serling.
But this
oh yeah,
dude,
the East Rail trilogy too. He's got on there.
This dude freaks me out, man. Shyamalan, like Mike said, it's either hit or miss with this guy.
You know what? I gotta be honest. Like, I applaud. I'm a fan of M. Night Shyamalan because he always has like interesting, original ideas. Like, they might not always land, and he's honestly, I think he's bad at writing dialogue in his movies.
Yeah.
I still
The
haven't.
Happening.
I still haven't seen
No.
Signs. I still haven't seen Signs.
Oh, that's great.
I haven't seen Signs, and I haven't seen Old.
I love. They're both good movies. I thought.
But not
yeah.
at the cabin.
Signs
I was shocked you didn't watch it.
Really,
with me.
really different kind of film from Mel Gibson.
What's that, Sammy? I mean, Mikey.
Signs.
Signs.
Yeah.
Was he a good guy?
Joaquin,
Yeah.
you know what? Joaquin Phoenix is in that too. He's,
Oh, he
yeah,
is?
you got to watch Signs. It's a good one.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Especially the ending.
Yeah.
The ending's fucking cool.
I mean, people like to rip on him because he's got a lot of twist endings and shit like that. But I think he's an original filmmaker. He's always got interesting shit.
I gotta say, The Sixth Sense. That was a disturbing movie.
That was when all the cabinets are open. Is fucking crazy.
When that little girl showed up in the little boy's tent and she threw up.
Misha Barton, by
That
the way.
scared the fuck out of me, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, Sammy, what's the dealio
So
with this movie?
Trap, he actually got the idea for this from Washington D.C. in 1985. They did this Operation Flagship thing. It's like a sting operation, which was organized by the U.S. Marshal Service to lure wanted fugitives to the Washington Convention Center under the pretense of free tickets. It resulted in 101 arrests, one of the largest and most successful mass arrests of fugitive by U.S. law enforcement. Pretty fucking crazy. This is a real thing.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, so this is, I mean, the movie's about Josh Hartnett and his teen daughter. They attend a pop concert, only to realize they've entered the center of a trap. You come to find out, like, very early on in the movie that Josh Hartnett is a serial killer. And, yeah, and they're basically, the whole thing is set up to trap him. Like, but the police don't know what he looks like. They only know that, like, he's going to be at this concert. But I mean, it's a lot of like unbelievable, unrealistic shit that happens in this movie.
That's different. That's different, Mike.
That's what I'm saying. It's an interesting movie. It's like, I really applaud the premise, and it's like the part in the concert is probably only about half the movie, and then they leave, and there's a whole other thing that happens. But
holy fuck! Did you see how many cops were there?
Oh, that's one thing I thought was unbelievable. There's literally like 1,000 cops in this movie. Every entrance has like 6 cops hanging around it. They surround the entire place.
Holy fuck!
That's what I thought is crazy. They got this whole fucking place on lockdown, and they're watching it with all these cameras, but they don't see Josh Hartnett like throw a woman down the stairs. He explodes a bottle of hot oil like in the fucking restaurant. But he is like really convinced. He goes from like, a nice dad and everything to like a fucking creepy killer in a split second.
I'm sorry, CB. That's funny.
I think my favorite thing with him was 30 Days of Night.
Oh, yeah, he was in that. That's right. This is fucked up, Sammy.
I liked it. I had fun with this one.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you see it, Mike?
No.
I'm gonna watch this one.
How you all doing? You having fun?
I just wish there was less of M. Night Shyamalan's daughter, because she's a terrible actress.
The one that's singing?
Yeah. That was Kid Cudi.
Who's Kid Cudi?
Kid Cudi, he's a rapper, but he was also in like X. He's the porn star, like, the black guy.
Okay.
Yeah, in this one he's really funny. He has like long blonde white hair.
Enjoy the rest of the concert.
He's hitting on Josh Hartnett.
All right, this is fucked up, Sammy.
I thought this was great.
It's interesting to me.
I mean, not great. I gave it a 7 out of 10, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this on Plex?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, just like a lot of things in it are completely unrealistic, but if you just suspend your, belief for a while,
Yeah.
get lost in the movie.
Well, like Mike always says, we need to give horror a little, because, I mean, is a horror, yeah, because you're killing people, but it's not, you know what I mean? There's no monsters, there's no slashers. This is more realistic, which is, I guess, horrific, but need a little break.
I like. Neither of you saw this.
No.
I know you didn't, but Mike,
dude,
yeah.
Sammy, that's
recommend it.
That's fucked up.
Check it out.
This is a whole fucking concert.
Check it out,
dude. What'd you say, Sammy? I just wish they wouldn't have shown his daughter as much.
Yeah, she's a bad actress. At the end, she gets a lot of screen time, and it's not good. So, from one trap to another, what about Mousetrap?
Oh, God. Mike, did you see it?
This was fucking terrible. This is all because Steamboat Willie came back into the public domain. This is about an hour and 20 minutes. It was released August 6th. The guy who plays Mickey is the guy who wrote the movie, by the way.
Oh, come on.
This was so fucking... You said you watched this?
Yeah.
There was no good kills in this movie. They all happen like off screen. They're all like CGI stab wounds and shit.
Right away, there's too many people smiling. I want them all to die.
She, for some reason, is so hot to me. The Scream Queen in this?
I don't think so.
Oh.
There's blood all over the jungle gym. Blood.
Her.
This was like a movie that Beelzebub would have made.
Yeah.
You've got to get his stuff on Plex, please.
If I can
Please.
find some of it.
I want to see Jesus as a douchebag. I got to see that shit.
I want to see Dick Shark.
I want your aunt to see this. Your Aunt Janie. She's a huge Mickey Mouse fan.
Oh, this sucks, dude.
It did suck bad. The mask is possessed.
They even, like, right in the trailer, they rip off a joke from Scream where he's like, what does he say? I know it's coming up, I think.
Forgot.
He's like, you never say be right back because you'll never be right back.
Wow, that's winning dialogue right there.
Yeah, it's like fucking rip off something a little more known.
I'll be right back.
And right away, you know who the killer is. Right away.
Man, he's dead. What?
Did you know who it was right away, Sammy?
Like if he was on
Yeah, Mickey.
Yeah.
never say right back. Because then you don't.
Terrible.
Derp.
Yeah, so basically, like, Mickey's soul, like, comes out of the fucking movie.
Actually, the mask is possessed.
You're gonna die, huh?
Like I said, this was
pretty good, Mike.
This one is fucking bad. But there's another one coming out. There's a Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse coming out, made by the people who did Terrifier.
Oh, come on.
I thought it was a sequel to this.
I think that one's called Steamboat Willie, isn't it?
Steamboat Willie.
But this one was fucking horrible. Stay away from this movie.
I just like it. I just like it because the mouse is fucked up, and your aunt because she loves this thing so much.
See, this is one that deserves it. I give this one a 1 out of a 10.
All
the kills suck, no gore, bad acting. Those are my notes.
I would agree with the one only because that the Scream the final girl, I dig her. She's hot.
All right, moving on. Cuckoo. I fucking love this one. Did any of you guys see this one?
I tried to, and I was watching the bootleg. I'd rather wait until it's like out, for streaming.
Probably like a couple weeks. This was a Neon film, which is also they did Longlegs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is like a collaboration between Germany and the United States. This is released August 9th, written and directed by Tillman Singer, starring Hunter Schafer, Dan Stevens, and Martin Sokas. So this one was fucking awesome. I loved it. It's reluctantly 17-year-old Gretchen leaves her American home to live with her father, who has just moved into a resort in the German Alps with his new family. Arriving at their future residence, they are greeted by Mr. Koenig, her father's boss, who takes an inexplicable interest in Gretchen's mute half-sister Alma. Something doesn't seem quite right in this tranquil vacation paradise, and Gretchen is plagued by strange noises and bloody visions until she discovers a shocking secret that also concerns her own family.
So this guy Dan Stevens is in like everything lately.
You know what? In this movie, he's fucking great because he's just like evil Dan Stevens all the way. It's fucking awesome.
So which girl's mute? Her?
No, that girl's sister is the younger girl.
She's mute?
They show it, in a little while. And yeah, I don't really want to give anything away about this because it's like, I mean, it kind of is in the title of the movie what this is about. I don't want to say anything, but it's a creature feature.
Oh.
This is great. This has some like fucking really creepy moments here.
I didn't know that.
Okay, no.
Yeah. This is one I really like. It has this has one of those movies where it's like a great setup, great setting, the German Alps, like fucking.
And it's a creature feature?
Pretty much, yeah.
I am not having some motherfucker
yes, it is.
chase me on a bike like that.
Yeah, so I don't really want to give much away about this, but it has like a great mystery. You kind of uncover it slowly. I think it slumps a little bit in like the third act, but other than it's like I said, this was a great ride all the way through.
Oh, I gotta jump on this again.
Yeah. This is one I saw in the theater, and I was kind of like you. It was like
What
it had
the
these creepy
hell?
moments, like. This is one of those movies where you're like, what the fuck is going on here? And then when you finally find it out, you're like, oh, duh. I get it now.
I'm giving you the chance to be of great use in our quest for preservation.
He's kind of a chameleon. He could play a great creep.
Yeah.
Okay, Sammy. No.
Consider yourself lucky.
Yeah, and the girl Hunter Schafer, she's awesome in this. It has like a, like a couple little moments of like, funny lines or something here or there, but it's a fucking good one. I'd give this an 8 out of 10. Completely original. Great atmosphere, like I said. Evil Dan Stevens. How can you go wrong?
Dude, just some of the scenes.
Yeah, it was. I really recommend this one. This one came out of nowhere. I didn't really know much about it other than I saw the trailer.
When did this come out?
This came out August 9th.
This month.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's not on Plex yet.
No, it'll probably be pretty soon, within about a month, I think.
Dude, that's not right, man. Somebody fucking chasing me on my bike, and then they showed that thing that looked like her mouth was getting open and wider.
Yeah, this is a cool one, dude. Cool one, definitely. Watch out for
do that, Mike. Don't do that.
If you didn't see it I don't know if it's in theaters anymore, but watch out for this one, if whatever it comes to. Yeah,
dude.
It's this is probably one of my favorites, top 5 of the year.
You've seen this at the theater?
Yeah,
you said?
Yeah, it was fun.
Dude,
definitely interested.
That's not right, dude.
As soon as you said creature feature, I'm in.
Yeah, definitely go watch this one. So another one I saw was Borderlands. I don't know about this one. This was released August 9th. Just came out. I just watched it like the Blu-ray version. This is starring Kate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, Edgar Ramirez, Jamie Lee Curtis, Gina Gershon, and Jack Black. So is the little
my interest
machine.
My interest got piqued when I seen that Eli Roth directed it.
That's right.
But what's losing me is Kevin Hart. And it's the fact that it's based on a video game. Not interested, really. But in the trailer, you do see a great cleavage shot of Jamie Lee Curtis.
I was about to say, she's got him on display here a little bit.
You know what? Is this a comedy, Mike, Sammy?
Yeah, it's a comedy action film.
Okay.
So I don't know. I mean, Eli Roth has done some good stuff, and apparently, like the Borderlands films are supposed to be like really gory and bloody. So maybe that's why they had him on to direct originally. I know this was shot in the summer of 2021, and Eli Roth's first director's cut was reportedly finished in early 2022.
I gotta.
Hold on a second, but it was shelved for over 2 years due to extreme studio interference while the film was in post-production. Appalled by the film's extreme violence, the studio wanted the film to be marketed as a blockbuster and hired Tim Miller to come on instead and do extensive reshoots on the project. He did it in Eli Roth's place because Eli Roth was doing Thanksgiving at the time. But yeah, these reshoots like pretty much made a whole new movie. It's fucking weird.
Here's my thing with Eli Roth. I know he's good buddies with Tarantino, and it seems like in his directing style, he's just trying so hard to be a Tarantino copycat and a ripoff. Mm-hmm. And he comes off as kind of douchey in his interviews.
You think?
Yeah. I never seen his interviews, but I don't think he's trying
when
to copy
he was
his movies.
back in the day when he was promoting like Hostel and stuff like that, he came off kind of douchey.
I think
he is a horror movie fan. Yeah, he is a big horror movie fan. I will give him that. And he tries his best to do, give these films justice and the genre justice. But
I think him and Tarantino are kind of the same, and that they love movies so much that they kind of imitate them at times, or
it's just that they want to go overboard and be silly, dude. Sometimes, but I think Eli Roth has a little jump over.
He's a Tarantino wannabe.
Quentin Tarantino's the man. There is no doubt about it. But I disagree. I mean, Eli Roth's movies stand on their own because they're like Grindhouse. Come on, man. You can't fucking Death Proof and Planet Terror.
Yeah.
I mean, Tarantino just went way past go. Where Eli Roth, he's a basic horror dude. But I've never seen him in an interview. I don't know what Mike's talking about. I mean, I'm sure a lot of guys are douchebags. But
Could be. Those things are like you just sit there for like 5 hours and interviewers just come in and rotate.
Yeah.
Could be just you've been asked the same question 20 times
But
over.
you know what though? See, Mike hates that, but I'm so used to it. Hollywood people are just a different breed, man.
Yeah.
They are.
Oh.
Quite a bit of them. It's like you're made to be thinking you're better than everybody
I've never
else.
played this video game. I don't know anything about it.
But did you see the trailer for this at all?
I did watch the trailer.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So I don't know. This was so basically the whole thing, Kate Blanchett is a bounty hunter. She's kind of has to intercept this kid, and they're looking for a vault that'll like pretty much transform the planet they're on. I was kind of half paying attention to it, but I don't know. I wasn't that impressed by it. You know, I thought I was really interested in, like, I want to see the director's cut that was all bloody and fucking full of violence, because this is more of like a PG-13, you know, family-friendly movie.
Right.
From what I hear, like, I never really played the Borderlands game, but some of the reviews I watched on it said that, like, they kind of squandered a lot of opportunities. Like, in the video game, there's a lot of, like, cool weapons, you know, like I'll shoot Sal with something or whatever, and his, like, fucking stomach will explode and spill out guts and shit. And,
okay, what's with the stupid rabbit ears?
Yeah, I don't know if that was something from the video game. Never, like I said, never played it, but
she looks totally plastic.
Bobby Lee.
Yeah, Bobby Lee's pretty funny in this. He just has a little small part, but
his podcast is
yeah, Bad Friends.
It has its funny moments.
Who's the Lord Humongous looking guy?
I forget what that guy's name is.
Was there a wrestler in this?
I don't know if he is a wrestler or not.
You know, Samoa Joe is on, I think, a TV show. That's based off a video game.
Where's she from? What is Kate Blanchett done?
Billions of things. She's been around for a long time.
That's
Jack Black.
No.
Mine's a bigger.
Oh no.
Now that one guy, I don't think he's a wrestler. His name is Florian Montano.
Oh, Gina Gershon's in this.
What do you think, Sam?
I forgot what I don't know. I think I'm gonna give this I think I gave it a 5 out of 10. Yeah, like I said, just I don't know. Didn't really hold my interest much. Wasn't super exciting.
I'm with Mike on. I love Kevin Hart, but not something like this.
I can't watch anything.
And Jamie Lee, she's got to be careful what she's doing, because if it's not a horror flick, forget it.
She said she plays like this role as like an autistic person. She's very like, you know, very. I don't know. She doesn't have a lot of emotion, basically.
I could tell, but she's really like that. She's a bitch.
Really? You
Yeah,
think?
they said in real life she's a fucking bitch.
I don't know.
I liked her in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, she was good in that. Yeah, Hot Dog Fingers.
Yeah,
I still haven't. I don't know about
that one. You're probably not gonna like because it's just so far out there.
No.
It's very long.
No, when Sammy told me what's going on, I'm not
the best part that you would like is when the guy jumps on the dildo. That's probably about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you edited what I just said. This fucking guy.
Oh, man. So I watched this other one called Skincare. It came out August 16th. This was written and directed by Austin Peters. It was primarily a music video director, but it's starring Elizabeth Banks, Louis Pullman, Nathan Fillion is in this. It was a pretty short movie, like an hour and a half, I think. But this is loosely inspired by the true story of a celebrity facialist, Dawn DeLuise, who was accused of a murder for hire plot against a rival esthetician. Is that how you say it?
Esthetician.
Esthetician.
I thought it was an esthetician.
But yeah, this is kind of a weird movie. Like, she's like a, you know, she's about to like launch a big product line or whatever, and she has all this like weird stalker behavior that starts happening. Like, this guy shows up at her. First of all, she like is reading, you know, she gets a call from someone who's like, wow, why would you post that email? And the email is like, hey, just wanted to tell you all I want is some big hard dick inside me or whatever. And like, it starts off like kind of playful. She's like, I didn't send that email. But then like, she thinks it's this new guy that's like moved in across the street from her that's like has a rival business. But people start like showing up, you know, to her business, like, yo, I'm gonna fuck you tonight, or I'm gonna, you know, break into your place. It's kind of a fun, like, I don't know, lady flick.
I like say it looks like a woman. It looks like a chick flick.
I do like Elizabeth Banks.
Sam, you couldn't have said it any more. It's a chick flick, dude.
This is kind of like a single white female or something like that.
Yeah,
I like that movie.
I think the music really doesn't do good, this trailer, but it was a decent movie. You know, you kind of guess what's going on about halfway through, like who's responsible for everything.
Any idea who might have access to pictures?
She was great in Zack and Mary Make a Porno.
Magazines, dude. It's like,
Yeah, that guy's pretty good too in all the things he's been in. Louis Pullman, I think he's Bill Pullman's son.
Oh.
You have to start a fire to
put it out.
So much of Hollywood now is like someone's related to someone else. And
Yep.
Well, everything's like that, Sammy.
That's true.
I don't know. This is a chick flick, dude.
You start out with. I think it's about what are you willing.
Pretty fun movie though. Like, you know, it's entertaining
You
for an
seen
hour
it?
and a half. Yeah, I
You
watched
seen
it. Yeah. What'd I give this one? Like a 5 or a 6, maybe? Yeah, 6.
Wow.
Like I said,
That's pretty high.
Decent lady flick, not bad. So I also watched The Deliverance just recently. This is this came out August 16th in the United States, like a limited edition.
I'm tempted, but I'm scared to watch this.
Is that
Yeah,
is that
this is
Glenn
on
Close at the end
Netflix
there?
now. Yeah, this is starring Mandra Day, Omar Epps, Monique,
Ugh.
and Glenn Close.
Ugh.
I think Glenn Close is almost like in blackface. in
Okay,
this movie.
Glenn Close nowhere looks like that now.
So
She's
this-
older than shit.
Oh yeah, for sure she is. But this film is based loosely on the LaToya Ammons family possession case widely covered at the time.
The Demon House.
Yeah, LaToya Ammons and her 3 children
Oh.
experienced strange incidences in their Gary,
Dude, I've
Indiana
been
home.
there.
You've been there?
Yeah, twice.
Wow.
Where hasn't he been?
Man, so this is in Gary, Indiana.
The 200 Demon House.
He's been at Demon House.
Fucking creepy. Zach Baggins bought it for a while, I think.
His documentary is, I don't know about, I mean, it's fucking crazy. That's a whole other story.
This is a whole supernatural thing. Basically, this is the famous story where the 9-year-old kid like walked up a wall in the
Yes.
doctor's office.
Yes.
Yeah, on his like hands and knees, like backwards.
And there, so many witnesses.
So this is directed by written and directed by Lee Daniels. He did like Precious, The Paperboy, The Butler. So
Yeah, I
weird
don't
for him
know.
to do a horror movie, but
Yeah,
it's written
really
by
weird.
David Cogsall, who did Orphan First Kill.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Prey, the Predator movie,
Okay,
and the
all
Scream
right.
TV series.
All right.
So I don't know. Like I said, it's not that great of a movie.
Yeah.
We get started, whatever it says.
I might actually give this a try now.
Is it the actors, Sammy, that turn you off?
I thought this
It was
had
just,
something
you
to
know-
do with the Gary House.
Yeah, like I said, it's just like I don't know. I'm kind of through with possession movies to begin with.
yeah.
So,
Because
but
there
it has
hasn't
all
been,
that same shit. It's all the same exact thing, except for like this woman is kind of like a alcoholic. She kind of beats her kids and shit. So that's one thing I like is like Monique is like the social worker. I love Monique. She always in every movie she's in, she ends up talking some shit to somebody.
She is funny. She is funny. But
Like this woman in the movie, woman who plays LaToya Ammons is like, you should be supporting strong black women, and Monique is like, listen, bitch, I had a kid and he died, so when I see black women like you, I fucking throw up.
Sammy, that was Glenn Close?
Yeah, she's kind of scary looking. Like I said, it's funny. She's like, she has a black daughter and she's into black dudes. And she's like kind of in blackface for this movie. She's like, I told y'all not to be cooking up this catfish so cold.
Oh my God.
It's so bad.
I'm with Sammy, and when Sammy says I'm done with it, I'm just done with the shitty ones.
Academy Award
like,
winner Monique.
There
The
hasn't
one,
been a
the
good,
one black kid from Stranger Things. He's in this.
there hasn't been a great.
I will
demon
give this a
movie
try. I will give it a try.
in a long time, Sammy. I haven't seen a possession movie that I've liked yet.
You know, at the end of this, like, it's kind of, it's interesting at the end, but it's just, like I said, it's the same exact shit.
Yeah.
You know, the demon comes out,
Yeah.
it says some fucking stupid, offensive
The
shit.
movie doesn't look good, but because it's based on the Gary House, I will watch it.
Yeah.
See, the last.
Let us know what you
the
think.
last demon, the last the demonic movie I liked. Fuck, I can't remember the name of it. But the daughter went in the basement and the mother was possessed, and she was in this like crooked basement, and she was all crooked and cramped up in there. I can't remember. The name of
Ouija?
that one. No, it wasn't Ouija.
Conjuring.
No. She was in the basement. Was she a nun? I don't think she was a nun. I don't remember.
See,
but
that's why I fucking hate
she's in the
possession
basement,
movies.
yeah.
You can name 7 different movies where the exact same thing
Yeah.
happens.
Yep.
But I'm with you on that, man. There just needs to be a good scary one, and there hasn't been.
Oddity.
Yeah. Well, you know what I fucking loved was Alien Romulus.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
This was awesome.
This was 2 hours of fucking awesomeness.
Was
yeah,
it? It was 2 hours?
yeah.
Serious action. A lot of action.
Yeah.
Serious action.
I
No
love
comedy.
action. I love action.
But sci-fi too.
Yeah.
No comedy. I was explaining to my mother who H.R. Geiger was and how all the aliens were like had everything was like sexual and phallic. She's like, "What?" I'm like, "Look at the alien head." She's like, "Oh." I'm like, "Look at the face hugger." Oh.
Yeah. In this new one, the face hugger, like they show it like back off of someone's face real quick, and there's like a dick like thing.
Yeah.
That's like,
Oh yeah.
it looks
Yep.
like it's fucking their mouth.
Yes. Yes.
So this was written and directed by Fede Alvarez.
Yes.
He is no stranger to big franchises.
He's
Evil Dead,
awesome.
Yeah.
Don't Breathe, The
Good
Girl in the
filmmaker.
Spider's
Awesome.
Web.
Very good filmmaker.
He also did the story for Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 2022.
Everything he does, I've loved.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
I mean,
love
the
Fede
girl
Alvarez.
with the spider web, but
And
the
he
rest
talks
of his
about
movies,
like movies like really passionately, you know? Like
yeah.
Yeah.
some of the things he did for this were awesome too. For Alien Romulus, he used like a remote control soundboard connected to the loudspeakers around the set, like to spook the cast during shooting. Like he would
Really?
have like different alarms or xenomorph things, in
Okay,
order to get like
alright.
a really shocked reaction out of people.
I'll tell you what, the AI CGI for how they recreated Ian Holm wasn't bad.
I didn't like that at all. That was one of my big gripes with it. Like I
Oh.
thought the CGI was kind of
Is that the robot
on
dude?
his face. Yeah, yeah. They
Even
bring
you
back
could tell it was AI.
a little bit. Yeah.
So,
But you
so
said
I'm
this is a video game?
Well, yeah, bringing that up in a second. So yeah, basically this whole film was shot chronologically, by the way, which I think is fucking cool. Like he says, like why would you shoot a movie any other way? Like you shoot the ending first, or like I think that's cool about
So
it.
this is after the Alien, right?
Yeah, so I was gonna get to that. So basically, the special effects crew from Aliens, Fede sought out to work on the creatures for this movie, like the physical sets, the practical creatures, and the miniatures were all used, basically to help ground the later VFX work.
Okay.
But this film takes place between Alien and Aliens. It takes place in the year 2142, exactly 20 years after Alien, and 37 years before Aliens. 5 years after the events of the Alien Isolation video game, which is also canon in this whole thing.
I didn't know there was a Aliens video game.
It's pretty cool. It focuses on Amanda Ripley, who is Ellen's daughter.
Okay.
Yes.
Ellen?
Didn't they mention that in?
Not in any of the films.
I thought they did.
In the director's cut, the special edition of Aliens, there's a whole
Yeah.
thing in the beginning
Yeah,
where
they did-
the
they
Whalen
did say it,
Corporation
yeah.
mentions that her daughter died.
Yeah.
Which I think
Yeah.
it kind of adds like that's another weird thing people debate about,
Yeah.
like the special edition or the theatrical version of Aliens.
Because isn't also Aliens where they said her first name? Because they never said her first name in the first one, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember
Yeah.
that. I remember that, and she did have a daughter. Because that's
Yeah.
why she fell in love with
That's why people say like the director's cut adds a little more
Yeah.
to the cut, because that's why she kind of takes on Newt as kind of a daughter.
Mikey, that's what I was gonna say. That's why she was so attentive to Newt, because she lost her daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing I noticed, because I played Alien Isolation when it came out, is there's in the movie there's all these like emergency like save boxes that you could see, and a lot of times you see them like right before shit's about to pop off, kind of like the video game.
Okay.
So like when you're watching this movie, like you see one of those and you're like, oh shit, dude, something's about to fucking,
So it's a what do you always say?
like a little Easter egg.
Easter egg,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. You see it at the end. One thing I could tell you for sure is at the end when you see like Ian Holm come on the box again, as he says like, what is the famous line? He's like, I can't offer you any comfort, only whatever. But right next to it, there's one of those emergency things.
Yeah. Okay. But they don't use it. It's just an Easter egg.
Yeah, it's just an Easter egg for people to watch. There's also a
that's what I
couple
mean.
like
Sammy
sets from the.
Sammy finds out all this interesting shit.
Yeah, play some video games.
That's some fucking cool.
So this is starring Alien Romulus, stars Kaylee Spaney, who's been in
Spaney.
Civil War, some
Civil
great
War.
shit. David Johnson.
She is cute. She is very cute.
I think so, yeah, definitely. So this one is fucking great. While scavenging the deep ends of a derelict space station, this happens about 20 minutes into the movie, so I'm not sure if it's a spoiler, but it's the Nostromo.
Oh, really?
that they're looking through. A group of young space colonists come face to face with the most terrifying life form in the universe, the xenomorph. Basically, yeah, they're going on the ship to scavenge, like, the fuel for the pods that they use to travel, like deep space.
The backstory, how they're like stuck on this planet. This is their one way to get off. Very cool.
Yeah. Everything about this I thought was fucking awesome.
Oh, he's the new robot. That guy, he was something else.
You know what? This franchise, everybody who's played robots are fucking awesome. Like Lance Henriksen,
Ooh,
Ian
man.
Holm.
Yeah.
Okay, that was
Michael
cool.
Fassbender.
Yeah.
That was cool, Sammy. She lit up her chest.
What's happening?
Yeah. So one thing this movie does really cool too is everybody's always wondered, like, between the chest burster and the giant fucking alien that it becomes, How does that fucking happen? Well, this movie answers it. It adds a new stage to the xenomorph.
What do you mean? Why they got big so fast?
Yeah.
No, they say that in a couple of them.
Well,
they say it grows very fast.
Well, in this one, it becomes a cocoon, and the bigger xenomorph comes out of it.
Okay, because they do
almost
say
like
that,
a butterfly.
They do say that, Mike, that they grow very fast.
They do.
I love how they did this in the trailer too.
Yeah, that
no one
freaks
can
me
hear you
out.
scream.
Yeah, that freaks me out.
But yeah, that dude David Johnson who plays the android in this, I thought he was amazing. He plays like in the beginning, he's almost like an autistic robot himself.
But
and then he gets a new directive and he turns like that. Like he's very
complete change of personality.
Yeah, but Sammy, in Prometheus, I hated it so bad I couldn't follow it. But did they more or less go with the giants when they first seen the giants in the first Alien that had the alien inside the giants? Was that in Prometheus?
That was Covenant. Yeah, I think
in Covenant.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch that one again.
But
it's all right until they get into all the David stuff.
But they don't they actually want to know more about the giants than the alien itself?
Not really. I think he just by that one he wants to fucking kill them all.
Because when they showed the giants, I thought that was fucking cool.
So there's a really cool fucking thing at the end of this one.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to give it away to people, but
relates to the giants.
It's a giant.
Kind of, yeah. There's a guy in this costume, by the way. He's a 6'7" fucking basketball player. and it's the end
when he starts smiling.
Sammy,
Man,
when do you think
when one of the characters in here is like, I'm pregnant, I was like, fuck, dude, we're about to see some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
when do you think this will be on? I mean, you said it's on the what you call it?
I don't know, not for a while.
Mikey said no, it's on the what you call it, right? If I go to more.
Longlegs.
Yeah, don't bring that shit up on fucking.
Oh, sorry.
All right, you're gonna get him busted. 8 out of 10 for me.
I give this a 9 out of 10. Yeah, the only thing that I got the -1 star was the way that the "stay away from her, you bitch" line was delivered.
Yeah,
you always like when people like when Freddie bitch.
But also, I thought there was some a little, like I said, a little shoddy CGI on.
Okay,
Rook,
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Out of all the Alien movies, would you say this is your favorite?
No.
What's your favorite, Mike?
Aliens. The Space
Aliens.
Marines,
Aliens.
man.
Yeah,
what about you, Sammy?
Yeah, I love Aliens, and then probably Alien. I rewatched Alien recently, and every time I know it's coming, but that one jump scare always gets me, where the alien goes like that in the air duct.
I'll tell you when that movie came out, not much longer after that, Friday the 13th came out. I thought that was scarier than the Friday the 13th.
Okay.
Because when that Alien came out, it was on TV, and it was real late at night. And the part that came up, I had to sleep in the living room because we didn't have enough bedroom. And I wake up, and that part of when the alien's in the pipes, Mikey, and his head looks like a pipe, and he came up.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, at the end, that part is fucking crazy.
There's just so many great one-liners from Aliens. Like, there's some iconic one-liners. You know,
really, like what?
Get away from her, you bitch. I mean, that's
get away from
that
me.
one. Always gets me, man.
But you know what though? Like the robot
Game over,
that Sigourney drove. I knew right away she's going to use that.
Oh yeah.
You know that I mean, because you, Mike, and I have watched so many, we could figure out already what they're going to use, who they're going to kill with, what. Blah,
Every
blah,
single one of those, they have amazing set designs too.
Yeah.
I mean, and the creatures, man, they never spare any expense. Even with like the ones no one likes, like Resurrection.
Yeah.
I thought that was great. That one.
No, I like the one. I like the
Brad Dourif is in it.
No, I like the one. I love Resurrection.
So do I, but a lot of people.
But let me tell you something. When Sigourney Weaver caught her number 5, because she was number 8, right? Was it number 5 was on the table? She was half.
Fucked up.
Sigourney Weaver, and
that was why I like that one. That one was twisted. It was that was the dirtiest one out of all of them. Like Brad Dourif as the doctor.
Yeah.
Mikey, dirty.
Ron Perlman.
It was. Those all just make you feel like
Winona Ryder.
I told you, Mike, before. There's something about dirty people.
Yeah. Especially Brad Dourif. He's all fucked up.
So, okay, the one time I met Dourif, he was at that convention I went to where it was all about the serial killers.
Stop it.
And his eyebrows were overgrown. He had the thickest, furriest eyebrows I've ever seen on a man. Wow. Yeah. I met Steve Railsback. Okay.
You're stupid.
I went to a panel it was all about Zodiac. Steve Railsback was there, and he was crying on stage.
Why?
About acting. It was fucking weird, dude. It was weird.
Sammy's eyebrows.
What was
Weird
it?
convention. What's the next one?
Hellhole we got going on.
Hellhole. Is it a Spinal Tap song?
Hellhole. I don't know, but this is a pretty good one. This is pretty quick, about an hour and a half. It was released August 23rd. This is written and directed by the husband and wife team, John Adams and Toby Poser, the Adams family, who also did Hellbender. I don't know if you've ever seen that one. I haven't.
I think so.
I think so.
Is that a comedy?
I'm not really sure. I didn't see it.
I think I've
with
seen
Clancy
Hellbender.
Brown?
I think it has it's about witches. I know it's a period piece, I think.
Okay, I'm thinking of something else.
So this one was filmed in Serbia. The film centers around an American-led fracking crew that uncovers a living French soldier buried in the ground and frozen in time from a Napoleonic campaign whose body hosts a parasitic monster. This is basically a ripoff of The Thing.
Wait, what's a fracking crew?
Like they're getting like gases out of the earth. It's very controversial in America
because it smells. No,
and it can explode. Yeah, and it like poisons the water.
I like that, Sammy. I loved it right away when they pulled that out.
Yeah. This is kind of a horror. It's definitely a horror comedy too. There's some
that messed me up when they dug him up.
Yeah, he was like like encased in like a cocoon.
Yeah. I liked it because it came out of his eyes.
Yeah, it came out of his ass too and goes into the other guy.
Yeah. This dude freaked me out.
Yeah, all these movies always got to have the one scientist that like agree with the alien over the crew.
Yeah.
This is another cool creature feature. This has I think the dude who did the effects for this did the effects for like Child's Play.
Oh, really?
One of them, yeah. But this is just a good, like, gory, fucking fun movie for an hour and a half.
I thought it was. She was a badass. The lady in charge.
Yeah. That was that's Toby Poser, one of the filmmakers.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, and the guy who first gets it in him, he's the not the soldier, but the other guy with the beard.
Yeah.
That's
her husband?
Her husband, yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. So they directed the movie, but it was a fun one. I give this a 6 out of 10 for the practical effects alone.
I gotta go higher than that. I gotta give it a 8.
All right, yeah, you liked it that much.
I loved it. I love that whole.
It does go like balls to the wall at the end there.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting fucking murdered.
Mikey, when this motherfucker comes out of you, it doesn't just come out of you. Your whole body explodes.
Yeah, when it feels threatened, like if I point a gun at Sal, it would like explode his body and get out.
Mikey, your foot goes this way, your arm goes that way, your eyeballs go this way.
I'll give it a try.
I give it an 8 or a 9.
Nah, we only got a couple more left here, but The Crow I watched reluctantly. This was 1 hour and 51 minutes that I'll never fucking get back, and I hated this fucking movie.
You know why? Mike asked me why it's bad already.
Why?
Look at him and his makeup. That is the worst looking crow guy I've ever
he's
seen.
got fucking tattoos on his face.
It hit me why this was so bad when I was watching it. Bill Skarsgård is Jared Leto's the Joker in this movie.
Oh,
That's what they did to the Crow. They turned him into Jared Leto's Joker.
Stop it.
Crap.
This was released August 23rd, directed by Rupert Sanders, who did like Snow White and the Huntsman, Ghost in the Shell.
Crap.
This is written by the guy who did Zach Balin, who did Creed 3, Gran Turismo, and Bob Marley's One Love.
Crap.
So yeah, it's starring Bill Skarsgård. The woman is FKA Twigs, who is a pop star, and Danny Houston.
All right, Danny Houston I like.
Yeah, he was all right in this. I mean, you know the story to this one, obviously, but
I knew it was coming out, but I didn't know it was out already.
Yeah, it's out, and it's
the original film is a fucking masterpiece.
Yes,
I love the Crow.
Totally agree. Holy moly!
Brandon Lee's character, Eric Draven.
Yes.
Forget about being Bruce Lee's son. Just the character Eric Draven was kind of a pussy. He was a musician. He wasn't known for being like a badass fighter.
No.
What made him a badass fighter was Brandon Lee's fucking acting and his kung fu Jeet Kune Do style, being the son of Bruce Lee. That's what made the movie badass and interesting. All the sequels have been fucking shit over the years. This remake looks like shit. So that's all I have to say about it.
Wasn't there a series too?
Not that I know.
Was there a
of.
series, Sammy?
Might have been. I don't think so though.
I can tell you right now, this looks like shit.
It pretty much was shit. This has like
they picked the wrong guy to be the Crow.
Yeah, I agree.
But they are like, he's in rehab in the beginning, and they're like punking his ass out. They're like, "Hey, you little bitch,"
The guy's like almost 7 feet tall, and he's like cut. So why would he be, why would he be a bitch?
There are like a couple good fight scenes in this. Like the fight at the end, I thought was pretty decent.
Things right.
Like he takes a sword and puts it in this guy's mouth like this, And like slices his fucking head in half.
He's a big boy though, man.
But I don't know. He's such a good actor. I don't know why they chose to do this.
But you're running out of time to save her.
Why he chose to do this movie.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah, a couple-
shit. That was brutal.
So it's been a while since I watched The
soft-spoken.
Crow, but in the original, doesn't he get weaker because he has like compassion for other people?
No, he gets weaker because they shot the crow.
bird. The crow.
gives
Oh,
him
the
power.
crow, yeah.
Yeah, and then when the crow manages to come back and be strong again, then he got his gift back.
Right.
Oh, there's the guy from X-Men.
In this one, they kind of have him not be weak because of the crow or anything like that, but he's weak because he kind of starts losing the love for his girlfriend because he finds out like she did some horrific shit back in the past.
It's not anger. It's love.
But yeah, I haven't. It's been a long time since I was familiar with any of these. But yeah, Danny Houston plays like this villain who's able to like get in people's ear and be like, and like the person kills themselves right afterwards, or he makes them do shit.
Michael Wincott as Top Dollar in the original film was fucking brilliant.
You have no idea what hell awaits you.
That's another thing. At the end of this movie, there's a full-on, they have, a fight scene where there's hundreds of bullets being shot and everything like that right outside of an opera, and no one goes, what the fuck is all that shooting?
I hate when they take an iconic movie
No
and it's
interest.
shit.
I have no interest in seeing it.
You know what, Mike? I gotta see it.
I give this a 2. Kind of had a decent fight scene at the end, but I don't know.
Sammy.
It's no Mickey's Mousetrap, but it's definitely no fucking Cuckoo.
Yeah, but see the difference between Mike and you. I'm sorry. The difference between me and you and the difference between me and you two dudes is I love a lot of shit movies. So I'll probably like this movie. Yeah.
No, this just has terrible music in
heathen.
it. I don't. Yeah, I didn't like FKA Twigs in this either. I didn't like
dumb
Bill
fucking
Skarsgård.
name.
Yeah, Twigs.
I don't care. She's
What
hot.
a dumb fucking name.
Sammy, she's hot.
I don't know.
She's hot, dude.
Kind of want to punch her in the face after watching
For
this
having such a
fucking movie.
stupid fucking name. Formerly known as Twigs. That's your stage name, Twigs. Stupid fucking
I get
name.
so angry sometimes.
That's why I don't want to see this shit, because you got a dumb fucking name. We don't even know you're a rapper now. You're an actor. Pick one. You can't be both. Pick one.
I will agree with that. There's so many singers that need, Snoop came out with another horror film.
Oh, really?
Stop, dude. Stop. Smoke your weed. Go with what's her face.
Go hang with Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart.
You fake ass fucking gangster rapper.
Dude.
So fucking fake, dude.
God damn, we're gonna be in trouble with Death Row.
Yeah, no shit. Throughout the 90s, gangster rap. Don't be like Stoop. Don't smoke weed. And now he's carrying the fucking Olympic torch?
That's right. He sold out.
Big time he sold out. He's hanging with Martha fucking Stewart.
It would have been funnier if he took that torch and lit his fucking blunt.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. What a fucking fake ass phony piece of shit.
Tell us how you really feel, buddy.
This is why I don't want to watch this crap. No one knows who she is. I've never seen her in anything else. Formerly known as Twigs. I don't give a fuck what your stupid fake ass name is. How about you say your real fucking name? Put some quality into your fucking acting. Maybe I'll go sit there and watch your stupid fucking film.
Keep going.
I think this is an edit.
Let's move on. Let's move on, please.
All right, moving on. Blink Twice is our next film here. This is about an hour and 42 minutes. This was released August 23rd, starring Naomi Ackie, Channing Tatum, Yum.
Gross.
Aaliyah Shawkat,
Like her.
Christian Slater,
What?
Simon Rex, Haley Joel Osment, Madeira Aranja, Gina Davis,
What?
and Kyle MacLachlan.
What?
This has a
Holy
pretty big
fuck.
cast too. This is-
Directed by Zoe Kravitz.
That's right. And her first directorial
Stop
debut.
it.
Yeah.
Mike, you better stop it. Is it really?
That's what it says.
Yep. Directed by Zoe Kravitz. Yeah.
Okay, I think she's super hot. She played Catwoman for the 19th Catwoman, whatever. But I can't watch something that she's fucking done.
The
like that. She's not a fucking director,
original working title for this movie was Pussy Island.
dude.
Great.
Dude, just like Wonder Woman. How do you say her name? Mila
Jovovich?
No, the Wonder Woman chick. When I seen that she produced Wonder Woman 1984,
Gal Gadot.
I knew it was going to be a shit movie, and it was a shit movie.
was.
The first Wonder Woman was magnificent, but that second one sucked my ass.
Yeah.
And now Zoe, just because she's, what's his name's daughter?
Lenny Kravitz.
Lenny, who I think is one of the greatest rock stars ever. But come on, dude.
Talk about a guy that doesn't age.
Yeah.
That guy just keeps on getting better looking, dude. But come on, if you have your kid be a dog, shut the fuck up.
There's a video where they show him like working out. He does like this crazy like sit-ups routine or whatever. It just made me laugh because he's wearing leather pants when he's wearing out. He's like, he's going hard as fuck when he's wearing leather pants.
Like Charlie Murphy's story about Prince, who he played basketball in his outfit.
Charlie Murphy, he was funny.
The shirts versus the blouses.
Okay, what's the dealio, Sammy?
Yeah, weird thing with this movie is it comes with a trigger warning because it says that Blink Twice is a psychological thriller about abuse of power. While it's a fictional movie, it contains mature themes and depictions of violence, including sexual violence. I get YouTube tried to say I gotta say instead of rape they say struggle snuggle.
Struggle snuggle.
I don't think that's any better. Fucking
isn't
YouTube.
he a billionaire?
That makes it cute and soft.
Yeah, so
he's a billionaire, right?
Yeah, so Channing Tatum plays a guy named Slater King, who's a tech billionaire. He meets a cocktail waitress named Frida at his fundraising gala. That's Naomi Ackie's character, and sparks fly. He invites her to join him and his friends on a dream vacation on his private island. It's a paradise. Wild nights blend into sun-soaked days, and everyone's having a great time.
Is that the kid from...
Yes.
Haley Joel Osment, yeah.
Thank you.
So, nobody wants this trip to end, but strange things start to happen. Frida begins to question her reality. Something's wrong with this place. So basically, like, they wake up in the morning. She's like, how'd I get this fucking bruise here? And she doesn't remember anything. Well, you come to find out that, like, Channing Tatum has this perfume or something that they're all using, and it, like, erases their minds overnight. So at night, like, Channing Tatum and all of his buddies are, like, having this crazy hedonistic, like, they're chasing these women, they're holding them down, they're raping them, they're tying them up, they're, like, you know, tying them to a fucking thing, they're screaming their fucking heads off, but in the morning, it's like nothing ever happened. So
I don't know if I want to watch a film like that.
There's a couple, like, shocking moments in it. It wasn't bad. You know, of course, like, all these movies, like, you could probably guess that they all get their revenge on them at the end.
I'm just not a Tatum Channing fan.
He's not bad in this.
I also have this feeling that I'm like not.
He was pretty good in that Steven Soderbergh one about where they do the robbery at the racetrack. What is the name of that one?
I did see that one.
Like 1960s flight attendants, like, are you having a good time? I'm like, yeah, I'm having a great time.
Can't you feel it?
I wouldn't say this movie is great, but it's really not a bad one at all. It was something to watch. It was interesting. It's always great. I always love, like, the setups in these movies too.
Yeah.
So, you know, like going to a private island. It's like an isolation movie. I always say I love those. Not the biggest fan of this actress, the lead in the movie.
I feel like we're forgetting like a lot of stuff.
I never seen her before.
I figure they could have had someone better, like Monique, play this part.
In a fucking bikini, right?
Monique would have fucking killed it.
Oh my god.
Monique would have been like,
I don't want no more bullshit around
Okay, was she in Get Out, where she was the maid?
oh,
Is that her?
I don't think so.
No.
But she does
Naomi
look a lot like that
Ackie?
woman. Yeah.
Come on, Zoe. She probably had a real director standing right next to her saying, okay, yell at this guy, tell this guy what to do.
Did you see Simon Rex in Red Rocket?
I haven't seen that one yet. I want to get to that.
That was pretty good.
He's pretty good in some of his, you know, other
Fucking
roles.
Scary
yeah.
Movie, dude.
Yeah.
Or Scary Movie 2. He was hilarious in that, dude.
He's so funny. I remember him from, he did, like, the first time I ever remember really seeing it was as a VJ, but also he did an MTV Cribs where he's
he
like
did?
showing, he's like, this is where I work out, and you see like a fucking punching bag, and he puts on the gloves, and then he just gets a bat out and starts beating the fucking thing.
Okay, I'm not a Tatum Channing fan at all. And if Zoe, that
I think you said it incorrectly.
Whatever his name is.
Channing Tatum.
Yeah, whatever.
Channing Tatum.
And Zoe, come on, dude. Give me a break.
I don't know.
I'd
Like I said,
probably
I give
be
this
a
one a
better
7 out of
fucking
10.
director.
There's worse movies you could watch on this
that's
list
true.
alone.
That's true. You're right. Yeah.
Christian Slater was good in this. Like it's Gina Davis.
Now,
when was
see,
the last time you fucking saw her in anything?
Now, see, oh, did you see her? Oh, it looked like the fly puked on her. I like Christian Slater though. I think he's he's great.
Yeah, he's great.
I love Christian Slater.
So the last movie that I got on this list for this episode is Strange Darling, and fuck, I love this one. I'm glad this one's last.
I have to rewatch this.
This came out August 23rd, so I just saw this in the theater. I think it was just a limited release. The story of this is I just like I woke up in the morning. I was like, I'm gonna go see a movie today, and I was
remember
looking
you told
at
me
this.
that. I remember you told me that.
Yeah, I was like, Strange Darling, what is this? I clicked on it. I read the synopsis, and then I saw that Kyle Gallner was in it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I'm in. So I went and saw this without knowing anything about it. Pretty much, it was fucking awesome.
I was into it about an hour into it. My brain just said rest. Brain goes off. I wake up and then I see the ending. I'm like, oh
yeah. We're not going to spoil this one at all. I don't want to give anything away.
I have to rewatch this.
What's the dealio?
So basically, like I said, this is directed by J.T. Mulner. He only did like one other movie, Outlaws and Angels, from 2016. It has like one of the Owen brother, Luke Wilson.
Okay.
Yeah, Luke Wilson's in it. But
okay,
this movie's starring Willa Fitzgerald. She was great in House of Usher, I thought, a Mike Flanagan series that was just out recently.
Okay.
Kyle Gallner. It also has like not a whole big cast, but Barbara Hershey and Ed Begley Jr. are in this.
Barbara Hershey.
Also, it's weird we brought him up. I don't think we've brought him up ever, but Jason Patrick is the narrator for the beginning of this.
No shit.
It has like this true crime crawl on it. Yeah.
I'm seeing cinematography by Giovanni Ribisi.
That's right. Yeah, this is debut film as a feature film cinematographer, which is weird. And this movie looks fucking great, by the way. So, we don't want to give anything away here. I even saw a thing with the director where he said, like, please don't spoil this for anybody. So I want to respect that.
I thought for a minute, this was the girl who was the star of the Florida Project, but it's not. Different actress.
Okay. But yeah, nothing is what it seems when a twisted one-night stand spirals into a serial killer's vicious murder spree. I wasn't expecting this, but at the beginning of the movie, it fully starts off like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like, in 2008 to 2022, vicious serial killer began their spree against the Midwest United States.
I remember that.
Oh, that's my boy from
Kyle Gallner. He's got the creepiest mustache.
Yeah, he should take it off. He was great in Haunted in Connecticut.
So this actually this film consists of 6 chapters and an epilogue presented out of order. And by the way, their characters in this, the woman is known as the Lady, and Kyle Gallner's character is the Demon. So, but I will say this about this movie: you think it's one thing, and then a third of the way through or halfway through, it changes into something else.
I love that.
And then it changes into something else. But every time you're like, at least how I was sitting there watching this, and I'm like, wait a minute, is this? Oh, all right. It's like.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a rewatch.
See, I like that kid. Everything he touches.
I feel the same way.
But one of my favorite things about this movie is, like I was saying, the 6 chapters are told out of order, and it's told that, a disjointed fashion keeps giving you information where it's like basically time is used as a storytelling narrative in here.
Now see, the kid.
Same with the color in this movie.
The kid, when he was in Haunted in Connecticut, excellent. When he played in the new Freddy Nightmare,
crap.
But I liked him.
Yeah.
But I liked him.
Jennifer's Body.
When he played in,
in that, right? Yeah.
When he played in that movie, Sammy, where I told you he was a burger slinger, and the one guy they kept on teasing him and beating the shit out of him.
The Passenger.
Yeah. I told Sammy to watch that. That was magnificent.
We did. We reviewed it, I believe.
And now this. I'll watch anything that kid does.
That's how I think he's going to be a great actor. Like he's been in everything he's been choosing recently has just been completely
Sammy,
original.
He was in that Losers Take All.
But Sammy, that mustache has got to go.
Oh, that's a creepy looking mustache.
I don't know. It looks good.
It just doesn't give him any kind of.
It's funny though, because I'm sitting in the theater and I'm watching this, and like right at the beginning it says like this movie was shot on 35mm film, and I was like, oh, that should be good. And then I look up into the projector shooting digital, showing it digitally.
and the cameraman was Giovanni Ribisi.
But it was, you know what? This was great. This movie had I give this a 10 out of 10. Great cinematography.
Really? Wow.
Like I said, the
When I
use of-
rewatch it, it'll be a 10 out of 10.
You'll when you watch it, you'll know what I'm saying too. But even like the color is used as like a storytelling technique in this.
So, Mikey, you didn't know anything about it either, and you just went?
Yeah. Well, Sam recommended it. I did see that it was in the theaters, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'll go and check it out.
Okay.
But then when I watched the trailer, I was like, oh, shit, Kyle Gallner's in it.
But even watching the trailer, I can't figure out what the fuck's going on.
This was my favorite of the year, I think. Well, maybe at least in the top 3, I'd say. This was but not knowing anything about it made it so fucking good, I think.
Yeah, like you and Mike told me to watch, and you wouldn't tell me anything about it. What the fuck? What movie was that?
There's a cool kind of a long tracking shot in here too that looks pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Oh man. So just one more thing about Strange Darling. Yeah, I gave it a 10 for that. Go and watch JT Molnar was on the Screen Dreams podcast. So you can hear him talk about the film a little bit.
Barbara Crampton.
Yeah, Barbara Crampton and I forget this other Catherine Cochran. She's the girl who's fucking with Terrifier in the pizza joint in the first one.
Oh,
she's like taking pictures with him and shit.
That's
She's the
her?
girl. She gets cut in half. Yeah.
That right there is her?
Yeah, that's her.
She don't look shit like she did in the Terrifier.
Mm-hmm.
She looked way better. She looked way better in the Terrifier.
What?
Yeah, I
How
think
dare
so.
you.
Yeah, he looks familiar.
James Janice. He's part of the Dead Meat podcast. He always does like kill counts on the Dead Meat podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, check out the Dead Meat podcast
Barbara
too. It's great.
Crampton. Oh, she's magnificent.
Did you watch Sasquatch Sunset yet? Not yet?
I did.
Okay. Look at his face. Come on, man. Did you watch all of it?
Yes.
You didn't crack up?
No.
Come on.
I knew you were going to hate it.
I knew it.
When they couldn't figure out that, well, I can't repeat what he did in his hand, and he couldn't figure out what that was. And then they pee in the. Stop it!
You got to be kidding me! You
on.
tell a story a week about shit in your pants and like this fucking
because
potty
that shit
humor
was
didn't.
funny. That shit was funny.
Oh my
That shit was funny. But as far as
Come on, dude.
when they found the road,
Yeah.
and they just yelled,
That's what I thought was great. They're like, "What the?"
and then
Pee on it.
and then I was shocked. I was kind of shocked when they showed him and the wife, hitting it, and I was like, oh, God.
Elvis's
the little one
granddaughter.
kept being like,
And if you notice, because you know me,
they're like,
you know I'm a prevert. You could see their little peepees,
yeah,
and I'm like, dude,
little
what
pencil
the
dicks.
Fuck. Now I don't feel so bad.
God.
But dude, I couldn't, man. It was,
This is great.
I did. Did you like it, Sammy?
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great.
I
10
did.
out of 10.
But it just.
I give it a 10.
But it just.
That's a good.
Have I
That's
wa-
a good review.
Have I watched worse movies? Hell yeah. If I can't give you a clue of what I'm trying to think about this movie,
For those of
it's
you who
that bad.
don't know what we're talking about,
Oh,
came out this year, Sasquatch Sunset. It's an artsy, fartsy, very stylistic Sasquatch movie. You're gonna love it.
Oh, yeah.
No dialogue.
and when they found the doll,
What doll?
didn't the little one find a doll?
No.
A speaking doll?
No, he was speaking to his hand
Oh,
going,
yeah.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
I can't do that. How do you?
I don't know. I don't know. But that was so disturbing seeing him getting his freak on, the father getting his freak on with the wife. That was very disturbing.
Dude, that's Elvis's granddaughter.
Oh. I just didn't get it. You know what? You know what?
Yeah, we didn't need this movie.
You know what made me angry?
We didn't need it.
You know what made me angry?
We didn't think we didn't need it.
Sammy? You know what angered me more than anything?
Huh.
What angered me more than anything was not the plot, not the scenery, not the costume, no nothing. What angered me the most is he told me to watch it. That's what angered me.
Come on.
That's what angered me.
Have I ever stirred you wrong?
That time you did.
Come on.
That angered the shit out of me, man. I wanted to leave Mike vicious voicemails and text him,
It's awesome.
Sal
suck
just
my
goes by your
bottom
house, he takes a
toe.
shit, and he throws it at you.
Yeah, dude.
You light a bag of shit on fire.
It was
It's the
just,
poop again.
So I think that's all we got for
I
like
loved
I
it,
said.
Sammy.
Yeah, I was
Good
thinking
episode.
many
Good
of these
episode,
are
guys.
Good episode, dude.
yeah, many of these are a great excuse to get out to the theater. Others
Yeah.
are available on Shudder, Prime, or by
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
means.
Soon to be
Wink, wink,
streaming.
wink, wink.
Soon to be streaming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But thank you all for watching, subscribing, listening, and streaming, and blah, blah, blah. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Thumbs up, like the button. Thumbs up, like button, whatever. So, yeah, we are on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, iTunes, and Spotify, and we have an email. We want to hear from you. What's the email, Sam?
lastthroughrows@gmail.com.
So have a good fall. We're going to come up with some ideas for some future episodes this year, and we'll be seeing you shortly, so keep it horrific. And don't forget, Days of the Dead, November.
Days of the Dead.
We'll see you then. Bye.